Oh, we ain't got about almost one side. We look like a one-sided religion tonight. Everybody all right? Hello? Yes, sir. All right, two to be alive. Two to be alive. That's it. That's all it is. One more time. We don't know what the next one gonna bring now. We'll appreciate what the union done brought us though. Made no mistake. Everything he give you is temporary. If it's a problem, it's temporary. If it's going good, it's temporary. Made no mistake. If ain't a storm coming, there's one on the way. So you go ahead and start building so you can be ready. That's it. Got to have you a place of refuge. Storm coming. You put in your mind, ain't no storm going to come. Don't you tell yourself no lies. It's coming. Ain't that right? You just got to be sheltered and built up in it. Ain't that right? That's why you try to get all your serving time in. When it comes, you're looking for them to be a battle axe. Hide and play from the wind. Shelter in the time of a storm. Ain't that right? A lot of folks try to go and start building when the storm. One thing you don't want to do, you don't want to try to build when the storm coming. Yeah, everything you put down get blown away. You got to already have that stuff put down. Don't wait till it done got flooded. Tell me I'm finna go put some sandbag. That man, little sandbag finna get washed away. You do all that before it comes. Isn't that right? So by the time that water come and hit up against that sand, it done already done blocked it back. Ain't that right? Put a barrel around. I've seen folks put them things around now. Everything flooded. Nothing compared to them sandbags. But see, they built up before it got there. That's what you got to have your mindset there. I'm building up before it get here. Man done told me persecution coming, tribulation. I'd be a fool to wait till it get here and start building. I already done started building. Ain't that right? I just been laying my sandbags out there. Ain't that right? Laying my wall down. Make sure my foundation's solid. So when they come, I'm trying not to fall. Ain't that right? Cookie said, I don't want to fall. And then you better get with somebody able to keep you from falling. You say you don't want to fall, you want to, you ain't got about to hold you up, you coming down. Yeah, like Yahushua, what you think said now to him they're able to keep you from doing what? They might have to put some nails in you now. That man was up high. He said, behold my bar, he should be high. He should be a stone. He should be very high. Then he had to keep him from falling, didn't he? That's right. Well, then he had to nail him up down. Y'all look and see that probably everybody want to be held up, but you don't want to go through you don't want to take what it takes to keep you up down. Isn't that right? Also already told her he left us some nails. So he left us a peg. Yes, sir. They're going to use to hold him up. Ain't that the same thing for us? Left us there, ooh. Ooh, child. Ain't that right? It's going to get better. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Don't let these little temporary storms come and knock you on over and take you out. No, he going to be here. It got to come through. Make no mistake, it got to come over the whole of rocks, everything. Atlanta, Georgia not exempt. Don't think it's not exempt. If you sitting around and you rejoicing and other people fall, yours on the way. So it got to come. It coming to try everybody. Got to see what you're made of. Got to see if you'll stand or not. Make no mistake, it's everywhere. Economy falling, stocks, crypto crash, everything crashing. Ain't that right? Everything going down. I lost so much money, ridiculous. But at the end of the day, though, I'm still serving them, though. It don't make no difference, still serving. Cause I made in my mind I was coming to see him, ain't have nothing. I wouldn't have let it all go, whatever it took to make it in. Ain't nothing changed. I still want to make it in. Sometimes he'll let things happen to see if you still got that same love, that same confession you had before. See, for a lot of us, time become a factor. We kind of get lax and we move away from our first ahab. That's what he told me before he wanted to repent. He told me they had left their first love. And a lot of us, truth be told, you'll leave your first love. You don't be careful. You'll do it. I want them to repent. So go back and do your first works over. So he put us in these situations, these peculiar situations sometimes, because it'll try you, it'll test you, see what you're made of. Y'all see, it's gonna be pretty bad. Make no mistake. They trying to go and loan banks money, but the bank money coming from us. Right. Nobody ain't gonna give you no money. Right. See, the problem they got with the whole thing they're trying to hold you back on ain't no goods. That's your problem. Peter, once you let the people get money, if they gave people money, you'll find out the whole thing an illusion. Right. They don't have the goods. So you got to raise the prices so high where people look like they just can't afford it to keep them away from it. Right. They just don't have enough. If you gave enough money, these folks will go ahead and buy this stuff up. There's no way to replenish it. That's what they look and see in England. They had that before. They had empty, I'm talking about shelves. Shelves empty. See, American people, we ain't like white people in Europe. They'll go and tap stuff. They ain't got no guns. We got guns. Yes, sir. See, I said black folks and white folks, these white folks here is a whole different type of white folk. They not finna be out there with no sticks and no bat. They coming out there, they gonna tell it, they gonna unpeel this brother. This whole mother coming loose over him. So they already know they gotta fill these shelves up. If other country gotta starve, South American country, Asian country, well they gotta starve, well it gotta happen. You let these white folk here get hungry. Y'all ain't seen no crazy white folk. Y'all see I done did them in France. France moved the retirement age up 2 more years on them. Man, them folk losing. You know they ain't picking up no trash. Y'all ain't seen it? Oh my goodness. Listen, man, they got trash lying all down the street, stacked up. You can't go down the alley. You zoom it, the whole place stinking. Trash people won't even pick up. Everybody done stuck down. Everybody done, I'm not working. The firefighters, they fighting the police. Listen, it's bad. At night, they done crunk up. He done went around, and they were fighting him, telling him don't do the pension. He went around. He said, ain't even waiting on Parliament. I already done passed it. Do it myself. 2 more years extension. And they losing it over there. It's bad. They set stuff on. Oh, it's bad. When all that trash catch on. You know how many rats they finna bring out in that place? Listen, man. Europe got some of the nasty white folks you ever seen. Filthy. You ain't seen nasty white folk till you go to Europe. They look good. They look good. They stink. Now, the Swedes don't stink like that. I had one lady, when somebody went in my room. I know they went in my bag. I went and got, I came out, somebody was in my room. He was, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm sure somebody was in my room. Swedes don't steal. I said, somebody went in my room. I know somebody been in my bag while I am. He said, it was a Polish lady earlier here. She did it. I said, how you know she did it? Swedes don't steal. He said, Swedes don't steal? Said it was the Polish lady. That Polish lady done got lied on. They'll throw it on anybody. They put themselves so high stoop. Don't listen to these folks. These folks nasty and they rotten. Every time I got around, hold my nose. I said, I don't want to hold my nose because I already know you stink. They stink. They don't want to take no bath. They just grab your food. We was in a restaurant, man, just took it, he just started putting bread on a basket. He just put, I'm just watching him. Can't tell him. I said, what you gonna do with that? Huh? I said, you picked him up with your hand. He was like, and your point? I'm like, man, I'm not eating that junk, man. Get that stuff. Like, what's wrong with you? I mean, they take their bare hand. Listen, people don't change that. They just stupid. I ordered a pizza. I said, I don't want this. I don't want this. That man just stood there looking. I said, what's the problem? He said, people don't do that. I said, what you mean don't do that? He said, they don't do that. You get what's on the menu. I said, don't nobody take nothing out? He said, no. I said, okay, let's do it again. Take this off. Take this. I don't care what these folks do. I'm like, you can't force me to make me buy that because there's no menu. Like, what's wrong with you? These folks, listen, you order and that's what it is. You don't change nothing. I'm like, these people, they need some help. Yeah, the whole place, these people are sick around here. The whole world's sick. But you see Europe dilapidating. You know what, boy? It'd have sure been beautiful. We could have got Joshua and let it collapse on over there. He loved them white folk. Woo, he loved them. He'll try to show his one hand light in the other one. You know, these are people him preaching. His people hurting over there. You know, a lot of folks look to Europe. Europe economy and America economy. Both of these boys crashing. They told you London Bridge was falling down. They didn't lie. Go ahead and sign that Cartos. I don't want to hold y'all too long up down. No, this economy bad. I want to boy to fall out up down. Yeah, ain't that right? Hey, come on, get that check, big man. Come on, big man. Soon as you get up, come put that check up. I'm telling them, blow. He's telling me, they're all right. No, come on, they got to get ready to blow the Cartos around. You come on up here again. I know he's going to be trouble. How many of y'all know he's going to be trouble? Look at the folks. The folks knew he going to come. When he kept going along with me too much, I said, yeah, he's going to be trouble. You said they're going to be trouble. All right. Pretty good. I done that, passed out myself. That was so long, I forgot what I was standing up for. I said, it's still blowing. I said, maybe I'm going crazy or something up here. Yeah, I put that thing out there then. Man, you need to go and get that young girl. I ain't smell say you gonna put somebody in the hospital. Ain't that right, blowing the horn that long? We still looking where we said late 40s. Yeah, don't get them too old. I got me an old one. It's rough on a young guy. It is rough on a young guy. Folks don't know what a young guy go through. They think we got this old little life like him, got to get him up and tote him and feed him and burp him, dress him, tell him when to go to the bathroom, all kind of stuff. Fart all the time. Sound like tell her business. Get old, just fart. I forgot she don't fart. It's L. You know right? How many women got L? Should never have no flat tire. Isn't that right? All that L, isn't that right? Maybe that's why Kroger started charging for the L now. Said too many women got L, so I got to start charging. Hey, I see, she got L, she fought. That's what I thought for her. Now she looking, tell her business. That is tell her business. And nobody get by. That them sneaking them quiet when they'll so far to make it think, and you'll think it's you. Yeah, you gotta be real careful. Them quiet on the fart in a minute, move and ease off. Hey, be sitting there fighting and everything. They don't be them nothing farted. Brittany, what you got? You farted, you got L? Neither. Okay. That's that real hard fart right there. And that real sneak, go put it in a bag and then open it up and then wrap it up and just walk off and leave them open up. Woo, that bag. Woo. Yeah, boy, women good and slick, boy. It takes something else. Woo, boy, I had to keep my eyes on y'all, innit? Well, we appreciate Mr. Yahuwah again for allowing us another Yom. And it can just, with everything going around the world, it definitely time to consider. I remember 2007, 8 when the housing market crashed. I remember in 02 when the towers hit the building. 01? Yeah, it went over. But how long? Okay, let's see if I'm wrong. How many buildings got hit? 2. That's what I said. I remember 02, it was 2 of them. I remember 2 of them. That's all I said, it was 2 of them. So you only remember the first one. Had you kept watching, it was another one. Yeah, that tore up the company. See, every time what you don't know, it ain't just criticize white people, it's the system. Every time white people mess up money, they make a catastrophe come. That's how they cover it up. Okay, I can't believe it. That's how they do. Know that every time when something go bad, they all have a catastrophe come in to blame somebody. They're going to use these banks to tell lies on how they got rid of money. They don't have money to give up reparation. They don't have money to fix nothing they need to fix and get home to people, but they just instantaneously went and started dumping money into the banking system. Now, understand how the system worked. They had to do it simply because you can't lose consumer confidence. But it's still a scam. Just know it's a scam. There's 2-part fold why you do stuff like bailing out the big 4, the big 3, the GM, Ford, and Chrysler. So you got to bail them out because you look at these people employ people of a high caliber as far as the income. So if all these people are unemployed, all these people fall on the system, which means they're going to bankrupt the system. So you bail out the companies, you give them a loan at a low interest rate so they can continue to keep the people working. So if you're a businessman, which all these guys are, because they're all crooks, they stole their engines, stole their invention from other people, claim and put their name on it. Henry Ford ain't created none of these people, they all liars. But what they do, what's the smart thing, every so many years, you just mess up all your money, and then you just go to the federal government and tell them, yeah, I'm going to get ready to lay off. I'm going to have to lay off like 15,000 people. They're like, oh, stop. What you finna do? Yeah, I'm having to, why? I mean, the money not there. I can't afford them. Then they're going to go back, Fed chair everybody else, and they're going to sit down, they're going to tell them, bail them out. It's a smart business. See, how we lose, we keep small businesses. White people win, they get big businesses. When you get enough employees, look when they were giving out money. People who had X amount of employees got the most money for PPP. That's how, because you're always going to bail them out. See, with us, we always think on a low-line level. Oh, man, you don't want that responsibility. They get them because they get the bailouts. Even when they bankroll, when they do it, listen, they get bought out, they get other benefits, they get the write-off. All they do is go to another company. The guy that messed up Lehman Brothers, that crashed the market in 2008, he the same guy was over there, this Silicon Valley Bank. See, these people don't never lose. They just go to another company. That's all they do. This is what people don't realize. Go find any CEO of a company. Find out what company was you the CEO before this. All they do is trade out the same people. They F up somewhere else. You screwed up a company. You should never be hired. Let somebody pull your resume and see you screwed up. You know what I'm saying? Billions of dollars. Who you think gonna hire you?
That's right.
Nobody gonna hire you, but these people get hired. Because it's all a game. That's how they do it. Listen, all they do is move them around. See, smart business is never to continue. These people get contract. Your different job, you get a paycheck, you get an application. These guys don't get, they get a contract. They contract get them bonuses, it guarantees them. Even if they get fired, I'm still gonna get my 5 years. So smart business is not to complete 5 years. Smart business is to get fired in a year and a half. I still got my money, I walk away, I get all my incentive, all my stocks and shares or whatever I got in the company. I go get another job. Now, when I get this new job and I sign another 5-year contract, you ain't gonna believe it. I'm still getting paid another 3.5 years from now.
Yes, sir.
Now, the fool who wants to brag on how he did 5 years is really the dummy, because he really lost money. See, by the time he finished 5 years, I've been fired twice and rehired. So I done been paid hand over fist past him. I made 3 times, but I probably worked 2 more years past him by the time he finished 5. By the time I get finished, I done got paid worth 15 years worth of money. So you say I've been to really work with these people? That's why everything crashes, because they never done nothing right. Okay, y'all don't have to believe it. It's all coming back. When you don't do right, it's always gonna come back on you. They've never done right, and nobody talked about all of this from Turkey. Listen, they got who? Iraq and Iran both got hit today. 6.5. 6.5 earthquake. They also border the other side of Turkey. Turkey. See, let me tell you what happened. The man told you what he gonna do. He said, I'm gonna shake all these places. All these places had you. Why y'all think he tearing these places up? You were there. You were there. All these people held you before. They all stole you. They stole your goods. They stole the land and they changed it. Look like you've never been there. You think if I go to Iran, I'm going to see me there? No, I'm not going to see. None of the places I got to go to Turkey, I'm not going to see them. I'm going to see Islam. I'm going to see the whole custom ritual. It's going to look like we've never been there before. Anywhere you go, it's going to look like we've never been there. They got to pay for that stuff. Lebanon they'll never get no ease. That was my border. They keep saying, you know, Lebanon, this stable, Beirut, all the bombing in Beirut. We were in Beirut. All these places you read, we were there. So you keep looking at like you look at America, how America went there and tore up Baghdad. So unfortunate. So when they took me and I was there for 70 years, they didn't have to pay for that. See, Yahuwah put us in the hands of people. He still had to go back and punish them for that. He punished me, but he let me know this. He said, but I'm gonna make a full end of everybody else. He punished me, but he didn't set me there to kill me, to take me out. These people were working to take us completely out. But because of Yahuwah, because he could see the faith he had for Abraham, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. Because he looked at the oath that he had already shot. And his word, listen, he had to do it. Listen, all them people out there, listen, hit you 3 times with an earthquake, hit you over 11,000 times with shake and tremble, then come back and hit you with a flood. You don't think it's time for you to sit down and reconsider your ways? Tell me, what it take for you to, what got to hit you to make you start saying, something ain't right? Something ain't right. And you talking about, I'm finna build. This man just wash these people out. How you gonna build in a flood? Listen, they're gonna wash your roads out. You talking about going putting down some houses? That means I just wash your roads out. Where you gonna put them at? Listen, I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah. Listen, we suffer. Guess what? Welcome to the world of the nigga. When I said when it rained, it poured. How many times we done told them that? Feel like our whole world been shaking up. We've been trying to tell them. Well, listen, when I say all that, I said, yeah, that's the life of a black man now. So all these people got to pay for what they done. All of them got to pay for it. Listen, Europe listen, they're in a terrible crisis. It's terrible. Listen, it ain't just them. Germany on strike. You know, they got planes ain't flying. They got people refusing to fly. They've been trying to stick them up on the pandemic. See, a lot of them now come back saying like China just lifted it. So we lifted the pandemic now. We're going to lift it now. We're going to let travel go. See, they've been underpaying these people. They saying because it's COVID. Because COVID and stuff ain't, you know what I'm saying? So we can't afford to pay you like that. So them folks in Germany, they refusing to fly. Oh, it's killing them. Germany, do y'all understand? Germany is a world hub. Yes, sir. These folks, you flying out there, you're going to have to pay. You either going to hit, listen, you're going to hit Germany or you're going to hit the Netherlands. Yes, sir. You're not bypassing them. You're going to have to go to Germany. So when Germany's not flying, This is going to hurt you. Listen, he crippling these people. They run around trying to make these little pissy deals. These deals ain't working. They hurting bad. It's all looking good. So that's making a deal. So that's Anthony Blinken. He over there not talking to Ethiopia. All of them just, this is what's done with Africa. I need to slap every world leader over in Africa. Because you ain't got a brain here. When you see these white folk now? Right. When these Chinese folk here, why are you making these deals with these people? That's right. I tell you folks, I ain't never seen you here before. Nope. What you done, Cracker? I tell you, what you done? Why you over here now want to make these deals? That's right. They gonna suck all the goods and riches out of Africa. If you know that everybody run, and they run in South America. Yep. They run out there, Honduras, they hit everywhere they can. All they doing, wherever you go, I'm gonna go to the other side. Everybody trying to backdoor each other. If I was all the country, I cut all of them out. I wouldn't cut no deals with none of them. I tell you, I keep moving. Every deal we done made, that left Africa depleted. Africa been ripped apart, sucked out. When Africa run dry, what they tell the rest of us? We in trouble. You call Africa the mother. They don't call no England and they don't call no Europe no motherland. They call it, keep it on, let you know that's what she was. She's the motherland. Everything stemmed out from now. It's rich in all these resources. They done came and all they done did is left wars, left murders, left rape, left child abduction, and we the victims. It's just bad. It's a terrible place. I told y'all before, it really need to be everybody that stand for right, we need to separate. Everybody for right, separate. You can't make it with these people. They're not fair. They don't used to keep fighting them. They don't used to keep going through it. All you're going to do is kill time. We're going to try to, you're not going to get nothing done. They're always going to block you. They're always going to fix you in somewhere. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You're never going to get liberties in America. They're not going to give it to you. So they don't used to live it. All you got to do is get what you can get and get out of here. Best advice I'm getting anybody, any color, you're right. Get what you can get and get out of here. We got to go ahead and stake our claim. Go get us some natives. Yeah. Go meet some natives and them folk with the titties hang outside. Yeah. And them things look so bad, you don't want to suck them. Man, let me tell you, I seen them folk tit, man, tits sat down so bad, I wouldn't get no money for it. She got to pay me $200. Look at one of them titties. I'm talking one of them with the tit done droop down so bad on that thing. Like, the baby don't want to suck it. Baby like, I just pay, I'm good. I'm trying to do that malnutrition thing, man. Man, but I'm telling you, man, they done sucked them out, but they happy. Walk around, they got the little cone on the front. The man got the little cone, little rope in it behind. Sitting around there looking, yeah, him and friends there talking to myself. Yeah, man, I'm trying to see what we get ready to do later. Like, please don't bend over no more talk like that. Please don't bend over. Stand up straight, man. Man, it's just bad. Get the little grass skirt. You all right, as long as you get no ticks in it. Isn't that right? I'm just trying to tell you, as long as you ain't got no hay fever, you'll be all right. You know, all right, start sneezing, you got to take it off. If down the bottom look like them tits up top, you safe. Ernie, come on, Ernie. Ernie, come on. Come on, push down the boy, Ernie. And as long as I ain't never know you to bust out. Like, come on, Ernie. You a whole new Ernie. I ain't never seen you like that. That's just bad. I mean, but you know what? Them folks just happy. Them women, I ain't gonna lie now, them women rough out there now. They look rough out there. But I guess you live out there long enough, your tits suck dry like that, man, it's gonna be rough on your face too. Cause you're gonna be looking so angry like, God, that thing stuck to my chest. So it put a look on, but them people just the peaceful and happy, go out there and eat you some monkey meat. Yeah, be just the healthy. You know, all right, get you a couple of them little bugs like anchovies, eat them. They just the people. I'm telling you, you know what? They ain't sick. I get what? They ain't on no dialysis. I said, now, man, Lee, you know, look at me here later. I said, I assure you, I won't touch her. You stay going long. Me and her be the last two on this planet. She's still going to be untouchable. Isn't that right? I'm going to take some grass and lay across her. Hope something grow. Isn't that right? That's all I can do. I can do well. Justin, come on. You know I can read mine, don't I? That's why he already know, don't he argue. Do you want to argue about this? No, sir. You want your glory. This is not for your glory. What are you talking about for your glory? Yeah, that's what he glory is saying. No, good and well. How you can't be passing out no check? Let that man own his own stripe. But yeah, we just need to give some people and be peaceful. A lot of these people, South America, a lot of these people, the temperament of people are different when they don't have the pressure. when you look at America, we're really high strung because of the pressure. That's everybody, white, black. America pushes you to make it. The imagery of what we have in America, you really have to put yourself so far in debt just to have a look to be normal. And that pressure of everything you deal with, everybody you run into a time bomb. I'm just saying, people are time. You can run to the wrong person, have a problem. That person ready to explode. Because when you go to a lot of other places, you're like, man, these people ain't got any, but you know what? They content. They can speak to each other and go, because they realize it ain't about that. It's about living. It's about family. It's about being happy. And when Americans and British company, European company, they don't like that. Because they want to be about money. They want to be about imagery. They want to be about sex. A lot of these countries, nobody does this. Nobody put no sex on TV. Nobody would go for no foolishness like that. We the only people will expose everybody so much stuff you couldn't get away with in a lot of them countries. They just ain't gonna do it. They're like, not saying they don't have things going on, but certain things look at shouldn't be shown, shouldn't be demonstrated. Here, I mean, come on, it's whatever you want to do. And then look, now homosexuality was something we would see, I don't know. I mean, California, years back. I know Georgia now has, and it's terrible. I gotta admit it. I'm not gonna be sitting around covering up for them. We got 160 now. So the stuff has gotten so bad that now they found out it's a sister in Georgia. Now they've been following. He hadn't done that yet, but they watching him. As soon as he do, there'll be no joy in Muttville. But right now, we have to admit that because Carrie, they saying now we done got one sister now finally got in Georgia. He ain't done that yet. That's all I'm saying. He came from somewhere else. Because we don't know him. He went at Greater. I was at Greater. I ain't never seen him. Where could he came from? He came from one of these states. Like, when I was coming on, the queer crazy folk was up north. Well, really California, what we know about it. We didn't know about we didn't know that, San Francisco. That was the capital of homosexuality. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was that. Then they start blooming out. Sissy looked like they can't just have no one place. Sissy always got to get out. They just can't stay in one place. It's hard for them to stay straight. I remember Judge say seen one, he had a bumper tag. He didn't even know the guy was gay. The bumper tag told, that thing said, I'm so gay I can't even drive straight. When they say, then they have on the back of them, I'm so queer, I'm so gay, I can't drive straight. Is that what it said? Oh, God. No, come on, big man, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't say, you told me that, come on here. That man left up. I think say, I'm so gay, I'm so.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah. I remember you told me, you said, this guy, he said, man, this guy got a tag on him, stick on him, he said, I'm so gay, I can't even drive straight. You're like, you think about you around my house, you're like, why would you, like, where's your mind at? Right. Sit at the car, he going on the street sideways like this. It's like, you can't do that. That's where we at in the world. It's sad that people think it's okay, to glorify things that's wrong, and it's sickening. Again, and it's all our fault. We all play a part. Heterosexual people are to blame. Because we close our eyes to it. We lay dormant and we said, let live and let live and let. I mean, I'm not with killing them today. I don't know what Mr. Hood said. I can't be lying now. I don't know what Mr. Hood said later about the day. You should be all right. But things change now. I'm telling you now, he done set rule out before now, but all these folks, I'll be honest now, don't worry about homosexuals. You won't be the only people. That's right. Fornicators, adulterers, drunkards. Ain't that right? The man ain't gonna come, he's not coming to keep, he done show that everybody gonna get punished. So the thing we all gotta do is make sure we right. I don't wanna make it even though homosexual is one thing I get people really see out is like, but I think why we really hate homosexuality so much, because we see a person really just display the sickness that they have when a lot of us, we pretty much cover it up. It ain't the homosexual we cover the lying and the hypocrite. And then we see them come out and they show they proud of it. It's like, why would you be proud of that? Because I hide what I'm doing wrong. I cover up what I'm doing wrong. And to see you out like that, it gives us a reason to say, I hate them, they make me sick, I wish they were dead, I wish but then a lot of times people, we don't examine ourselves. That being honest, he come back, or we to believe he just going, you have people don't go, they say, God gonna get them sis, I know I'm doing wrong. So what he gonna do with you? He gonna bypass you, say you ain't a sissy? No. See, even when you look at Lut, who they call Lot, it wasn't that. The man was Sadiq. He was Sadak. Sadiq, he was righteous. Sadak, he'd been just. So that's why Yahuwah spared him. Yahuwah didn't spare him because he wasn't gay. There are other things you commit that's still wrong. Sometimes we'll put that one thing, like I said, because it's so obvious when you see it, and since it's something we don't do, it's easy to really condemn it. You got what I'm saying? Versus you look at what you've done. What have you done? All of us. So it gives us an opportunity when we see these things to realize what these people have done and what they're going to do to us. I'm going to make your shame going to come to the light. That's why all these countries getting hit, the economy, like we just dumping money, we dumping money over and promise that hundreds of millions of these people, California destroyed. 40 counties. Do y'all understand that? 40 counties destroyed with floods, and you got money to get. I've been with you. I'm so sick of these folks. It just make your head hurt. How can I give you money when America is destroyed? They could call me what they want. I'd be like, I ain't got no money to give you. There's no way I can help you with nothing. When my house is tore, half of my house tore off, I'm saying, well, Chris, what you need? I'm gonna give you a couple of $100 million. My wife don't gotta look at me. Are you stupid? We need money. How you gonna get us money? That's right. I'm talking about we're not saying. He goes, I go down doing. I said, man, I give you $50. I give them a hot $50. I'll be honest, look stupid. You had $50 before I give you this? Cause I ain't gotta get. I tell nigga, play crazy. Them nigga be so happy to get that 50. I snatch and walk right back out. I ain't got nothing for you. And I ain't flying over there. Zoom. I do a Zoom. I do a hot 50. Man, listen, these folks take the one thing I think Donald Trump would have did. I think, but I know why they do it. They trying to buy influence with country. Everybody trying to beat each other out. I wouldn't give them nothing. I take care of my own house first. I wouldn't help nobody. I think them people still suffering from the hurricanes in Florida. They just stopped showing it. Florida, you can't rebuild that stuff that quick. You got all these states that's dilapidated, need help. Roads are collapsing. Atlanta, Georgia, y'all ride 85 right now. Y'all know it's gonna collapse. Man, the water, listen, that drain system is back from like the 40s, 20. Don't y'all know our drainage system cannot handle these rains and handle all these people? Man, you know what a sissy poop out? A sissy booty hole is this big. Do you know what come out of booty hole this big? Man, them jokers dropping. Them jokers, listen, they got sissy, they got car bumpers in their booty. All kinds of, and you putting that stuff in the toilet and it goes sideways. It's too much stuff. The toilet can't handle it. I remember Haven working down there one time, said like he hit me. He said, preacher. He said, man, tell them people quit pooping. He said, man, it's too much poop. He said, can't keep doing it. Then y'all know they recycling that water in Atlanta. Listen, I'm not drinking no water in Atlanta. Y'all know that. Y'all know what's in that water, right? Y'all didn't know Atlanta water is recycled. These folks looking crazy. They think I'm making this stuff up. Hey. No. They tell me we have service. Call him and tell him to come to service. He might be able to give him a temple. When you wake up, put a check on that board. City Atlanta. They used to work for City Atlanta. Yes, sir. Where City Atlanta drinking water come from? They recycle it from rainwater. Yes, come on. You're not helping me. You say recycle it from rainwater. No. That's what you just said. That's all I'm saying. Come on. Don't be looking at nobody. Just come put your check up here. Why you ain't got time to greet nobody? I want to apologize for holding y'all up out there today. Now, hey, where the water come from? Recycled water. Yes, sir. And rainwater?
Well, I mean, it's mixed with it.
Mixed with what else mixed with it?
Ask the question back over.
Put a check back up there. Put a check. No, we're not working. Get a check. This man just asked me to re-ask the question. How many of y'all heard the question? Yeah, what does it mean? What? Crap. You know what I'm saying? So, a bunch of crap. Recycle. That's what they give folk to drink.
That's all they doing. That's all they doing. I mean, what they got to
You heard that from somewhere on the news or something? You seen it. You seen that thing. They do what? Take sample. No, I ain't to work for Gwinnett. He worked on the water plant. He tell the fertilizer. They take poop. I showed y'all the poop. It's free in bottles. They turn it into pellets and give it to farmers to fertilize your human waste. Don't y'all know your body not designed to eat human waste? Why you think your body has taken food that you eaten that's supposed to be edible, and it's discarded somewhere because it says, I can't use it. That's why I discarded it. And now you're going to take that and put it on the food, and then you're going to get a food back to the people. That's why these cows had mad cow disease. They try to act like the cow cost something. Makes no sense. Cow just went mad. When you see the cow walk around, I'm pissed! Oh, mad cow disease. When you see the cow pissed, man, they more harmless animal you ever seen. Right now biting their lip, blood shooting out of it. What wrong? I'm mad. A cow? No. These sorry bastards took the waste of these animals and grinded it up and turned it into grain and fed it back to the cows. Cows are herbivores. It don't matter if you try to make it like grain. Their digestive system is not designed to eat meat. They're designed to eat grass, to eat hay, eat bugs, because they have nutrients in them. They have proteins in them. They're not designed to eat meat. Same thing with the chicken. How the chicken went crazy. All they were doing was taking the waste after they get through the chicken and trying to turn it into a grain and give it back to them. Chicken's not designed to eat chicken. They can eat worms. That's the most meat you get out of them. Worms, bugs, they can't eat it. Their system not designed. That's the same thing they did to us. That's why we're in the trouble with. See, living right has a benefit to it, and it has a behavior. That's why he gave us a diet, a certain type of diet you have, because you don't realize food does one or two things. Either it fuels you or it infects you. So the diet that he gave us, it was to fuel us. Got it? Your eating also part of your health came in your eating. People don't believe that a lot of it comes in your eating. Just like he gives you the Shabbat, because people don't realize working out, sick, go to the hospital, you don't believe what they're going to tell you need. Wow. You ever heard that? Anybody been in the hospital before? Anybody had ever put visiting hours when you were down? You ain't going to believe it. It's because that white lady don't like niggas in the room. No, it's because, you know what they say? You need to get your rest. It don't matter what medication, what IVs you get, they're going to tell you you need rest in order to refuel your body. That's why these people have kept you stressed and going. Why y'all think? Let me tell you something. The high blood pressure stuff we deal with is not just associated with the food, it's associated with the behavior. Because you're constantly going. You're never taking a break, you're never resting. So the body breaks down. Your heart can't stop. When your heart stops, what happened to you? So it's got to keep working. At best, I can slow down if you slow down. But I got to keep up with you. Now, what kind of fuel are you giving me to keep up with you? Shoot by him, get me a nasty burger with a bunch of packed up mayonnaise, make the bread out of mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with it. Heavy salt. Everything to stick your blood. You ain't drunk no drink, but you ain't drunk no water, but you done had 4 pops. I drank plenty of fluid. You drinking soda and they dehydrate you. See what I'm saying? It's just so many things we've done over the course of years we didn't realize we wind up hurting ourselves. And they advertise it to you. They make it convenient. Like they told you, even the store, they're convenient. Restaurant, fast food. When I grew up, man, we ain't had no fast food. Your behind ate at home. Nothing couldn't be fast. You had to cut the stove on. You had to thaw out what was in the refrigerator. Ain't nothing fast. Ain't no faster than it. You can't do no faster than the oven. You don't want to burn it. You got to let it sit on there, slow warm it, till you can break that jelly holding up them beans and everything. Then you start to stir, you get it loose. Man, by the time that stuff, when you looking at it, you thinking, This stuff like dog food. When that thing cook hood up, you say, that's that food right now. That thing be on that plate hot like they just cooked it. But then they gave us the microwave. They was setting us up. They taught, man, you could put something. I remember, man, we just sat in front of you to watch it. You sit here looking at this thing here cooking food way faster than we'd have to wait on. Microwave, it was sensationalized. Cooking fast, getting things fast. Then we got the instant grip. 5 minute right. That's success right. You couldn't say that other Mahogany or other Uncle Ben. Everybody, man, we start about right. What's the name of right? I don't even know. Yeah, 5 minutes. They said, go some right. You already know what kind to get. 5 minutes. Already in the bag. You ain't got to measure. Throw it in there in the water. Start cooking. 5 minutes. Can't count. 2.5. Swallow the one you can. But I'm just saying, they just pushed us to where everything becomes so instant. Now when they come to religion, people want to be saved like this. People ain't got time to wait on you. It take too long. That's why people quit. Look at society. Everything fast. Now if you're in the expressway, you get stuck, you pay. You get a peace pass. You can go right around it. See, it keep teaching you how to get around. And people might think, I think he's kind of taking out of content. But then, all right, how patient are you with trying to get to where you need to be for your salvation? Everything around you is instant. Everything quick. Everything like this now. So now people have started to move toward that way, and that's the kind of fashion. I mean, you want to look up something, it took time. It don't take but a second. You don't even have to spend just to take your phone will do it for you. So who's going to wait on information? See, before in time past, people had to wait. If they want to, they don't go ask and he said, you had to wait. You had to sit there and you had to wait till it was revealed. Hello? He even told you if there be some on the bomb, he said one be revealed, some be revealed to the first. What the other one had to do? Holy peace. If some be revealed to the second, the first one got to shut up. He done came, he done gave another. He said, he stopped talking. Tell him what I just changed it. Tell him what I said, do now. And he let him know that the Ruach of the Nabal, he said subject to him. You don't get to Nabal up fighting. They already know how the order works. And all right, if you get up and you say something, it's going to align with what he said to do. Ain't that right? The reason why all these churches fight, because nobody know what he said do. Right. We got so much misinformation and disinformation. Really, if the church, the truth be told, the religion, organization altogether, everyone in religion, are the reason why everything is failing. Man, we sell out, tell a lie, make friends with Satan himself. We'll do whatever we got to do to get $1, to put some brick and mortar, build a family life center. Ain't that right? I'm just telling you that it's terrible. What we'll do for money, what we'll do to get friend and favor with these people, and nobody hold a standard. We'll tell everybody all right when they all wrong. So if you look at it, has somebody been telling the truth? You know what's sad? These sisters want to get married. Where are they going to? Courthouse. You ain't gonna believe what's at the courthouse. The 10 Commandments. See what I'm saying? So now they're going to church. The preacher sat around. He said, "I'll be honest with you, Dan. I can't really say. If two people love each other, I got to let God judge that." Who been judging before that?
That's right.
What was his judgment before you start saying, before you start letting them judge? Now they know who been judging it.
That's right.
Because we've been saying that with his judgment. And when you said it changed, where can you show the record where the change was? They can't. And the members and people so stupid because people just sit around and let the man say whatever he wants inside their mouth. Ain't nobody looking at most places. He gonna read something, and after that, we did that. Get up, somebody might have you get up and read it, and have somebody recite a little word and close it up, and that's it. Here come the message. And he start talking to telling, and you can't find where that stuff was. Seems like I heard it before though. I know it's in there somewhere. I mean, it said either in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Say, yep, you're right. It's in one of them. But as I said, because people don't want information. People don't want truth. Y'all know y'all can't. Well, we in here for hours. Y'all know why? Because the redemption of your soul costly. Can you afford now to sit here and somebody just shoot a whole bunch of stuff out their mouth and you can't verify none of it? And you okay with that? I look at it, I was telling me, I said, man, Christianity just seems so stupid. Because the stuff that you bought into, because they gave you, and they'll say something out of their mouth quick, and they ain't the kind of God we're under now. You can't serve on that type of God. They buy you into some verse. What was the behavior when you find him to afflict people for no reason? Right. See, they make it look as though he was just destroying, destructive. If that's the case from how they told it, I wouldn't want to serve him now. Yeah. I don't know when you might pull that stuff again because they didn't give you enough information. Why? These people were warned. They were told. They were told what he told Adam and Ka'u in the garden. Why? I don't know. Something going to happen. I can't say it's a surprise. I told them they were going to die. Then people going to tell me, man, that's terrible what happened to them. I told them before they did it. They had options. You made a choice. I warned you about it. I taught you about it. She said, no, we ain't supposed to eat it. We ain't even supposed to touch it, lest we die. So now you handled it, you ate it, and now you want to go hide and want to ask now, like, I'm so innocent, I don't know, I was tricked and deceived. He said, but I taught you. That's the same thing people are going to try to use now. You're going to try to act like somebody tricked you and you were deceived. It didn't work for them. How are we going to get by? See, it don't work when you've been taught. People, a lot of times, we try to see how we can slick and get around it. You can't get around it. It's hard to get around him because you can't do it. You can't get under him. And you definitely ain't going to get over him. So the best thing you do is just go and align yourself with him and get it right, because you're going to get caught. Yep. Man, I'm saying, you're going to get caught. Yes, you ain't got to believe me. It ain't me. People, oh, man, I'll tell you. We tell, for folks who've been here for years, they'll tell you, you get caught. They're coming back up. We'll go ahead and look at this so I can try to get y'all moving along. It's right, too. Tell me, what is this? What is it? The Bible Gateway. They go here and find it. Bible Gateway, www.bible. This is what we're using right now. Can I tell you we're going to keep using it? No. But what we use today, I love to know where we at. I don't just sit here and be shooting something out my mouth so they can look and verify. It's important that you guys know. Listen, I guarantee y'all think y'all be tired. Y'all think I don't want to come. When I look at my watch and I realize how long I've been up here, I'd be so pissed. Because I'm like, I did not just stand here. And it's like it's the same time every time I get through. It's like, how did I do that? I said, man, I'm going to come here and get this done. I got to sit down and get some rest. Before I know it, but I love what I do. I heart what I do. Before I know I look, I said, I don't believe I did that. But for him, for us, it's important for us to get an understanding. I refuse to do something again without understanding. And I realize I've done a lot of things. You can be honest and you can be sincere, but if you don't have understanding, it's still not benefiting. So it's needful for us to at least understand what we're doing, understand the premise, understand the behavior, understand the culture, understand how things work. So when he does things, you don't find yourself a complainer against it. Like he said, these are complainers, these are murmurers. Who in here don't murmur? Who in here don't complain? And a lot of times you do it because you look at, I don't like the situation, but if you don't realize his hand is in part of every situation, then that makes a difference. It makes me now consider before I start to say, everything, I'm sick of this, but then who could I be saying this about? Not thinking, I'm just thinking, I'm saying, oh, no, it's not against him. It's about, but you don't realize who allowed the situation to happen. So now it makes me sit down and consider, before I lose it and go off, before I start to hate, let me just take my time and consider the situation. Because although you don't see it now, it's a lot of things you start to understand over time. A lot of stuff I didn't understand. Over time, you'll get it. But some people say, I don't understand over time because you ain't matured yet. You still at the fighting stage. That's for all of it. As long as you at a fighting stage, it's going to be hard to get something across to you. Because you're quick to want to fight versus let me try to understand. Let me understand what the fight is about. Let me understand what the plight is about. And a lot of times we haven't. And now it's taking time because you look at thinking, we did for 30 minutes. We was going and then we learned we really didn't know nothing. People, man, Smith used to really be with the truth. Now Smith changed up. They don't know what they're talking about. He let her go long enough to realize you didn't have enough. I appreciate he didn't let me move during that time. I ain't have enough. There's no way to work. People say, I believe you'd have made it. Because that's your mouth talking. You ain't him. That man not going to grow. You think he going to let y'all have a say in that? What y'all know how many preachers would be with him if the members, because most of them done smoked dope with the preacher. They done laid with the preacher and homo with him. And they child molest. Because of course they going to vote. Who ain't going to vote their pastor in? That's why he ain't giving it to the member. He going to use the book for everybody. He says that's the only fair way to do it. Let's just use the book. Whoever meet the measure of the book, that's what I'm going to say. If you don't meet the measure, it don't matter what nobody said. You ain't getting in. That's why it's important for us to get an understanding about these things. Y'all got it? Okay. Let's look at this. Romans 15:4. So again, you can go to that, www.Bible Gateway. And this is the complete Jewish Which one is this one? Complete Jewish Bible. All right, listen.
For everything katab in the past, ni katab talamudas,
Everything.
so that with the nakum of the Tanakh, we may patiently hold on to our yakal.
It makes a difference. When you think about the purpose of it, going back to look at it, make sure that you don't let go, which means he already know which way this is going to go when you start looking at your situation. You start considering other things and circumstances. You subject to let go. So he made a sefer, where scroll books that he put together that if we go back through them and we read them and we understand it, it gives you every reason to hold on. That's what we need. A lot of times people try to get out or trying to find some way around or trying to find a shortcut. There's no shortcut to it. It's just a right way to do it. For everybody, that's all. It's just a right way to do it. And until you get that mindset, you're going to keep trying to live that manipulating way that you do, and it's just going to keep holding you back. It'll look like you progress, then you find yourself going backwards. It's never going to work for you the way you're thinking. and I know that because it's human nature. It is, it's human nature. So, well, I'm still trying to do right, but then doing right comes with really looking at everything you do and how you deal with people as a whole. It can't just be, well, you know, I'm just make sure I'm going to be right with the people out of him. That's got to stem out to other places too, because you got to look at other people got to be saved just like us. And when you start to consider, you know, opportunity and concessions were made for you, were made for me. That's why I'm here. He was patient. He didn't cut me off. He wasn't patient. He was patient. He didn't cut you off. So why wouldn't we want that same opportunity for somebody else? Because he had poured out all his wrath and all his indignation on us. Had he had cut his patience short with us, would any of us even be here? So then let's give somebody the same opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's to our benefit to make sure we get this right. You know, some of us have stomach fail. Some people have stomach fail, and theirs became open to everybody. But then he said the other one coming to judgment, you can't be hid. That's why we start looking at, you know, say, well, I'm glad it wasn't me. I'm glad I didn't get exposed. That's not always a good thing. Well, it ain't never a good thing. It just means it's going to come up later. See, it's going to come up now. It's going to come up later. Y'all got what I'm saying? That is, I had some time. I remember I ate something. You eat something, you can tell you don't feel good. You try to lay down. You keep trying to wrestle with it, try to hold it. I did not feel like throwing up. Try to do everything, maybe drink me an acid drink or something. I knew where it's going. I knew I had to throw up, but I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, I just don't want to do it. You ain't going to believe what wound up happening. Either going to do it now or later. I held on as long as I could, though. Anybody understand what I'm saying? You try to hold, you like, because I just don't want it. I don't feel like gagging. I don't feel like doing it. But it'll go ahead and get it out. But I just try to hold on. So maybe I just keep drinking these drinks. Maybe I just sit up. You go down, you feel that thing come. You say, I ain't going to be able to hold on to it. I got to get rid of it. And that's the same thing he look at when it comes to our behavior. They're there, and they're going to have to come out. You have to get rid of it. At one point, you have to get rid of it. But we try to hold on to these things a lot of times as long as we can. That's why I appreciated the bar, because it gives all us an opportunity to really sit back to examine and assess to make an assessment of ourselves and look at other things we do. Because it's one thing to get away from fornication, get from adultery, get from drinking, get from smoking, but it's still those underneath, you know what I'm saying, those little, what you call them, what is it? Little underlines that we have that we still kind of keep. And we have to learn about them so you start putting these things away. Because the goal is to get the tamim, get the complete. Y'all got what I'm saying? So that's what we're trying to attempt when we go through it and we look at the book, trying to make sure we're doing what we need to do. See if that's 2 Corinthians 13:4 while I'm talking. Just say 13:1 be fine. Since we're here. Let's see what he told us. Listen.
You want 4 or 1?
We'll do 1.
Okay. This
This will be the third time that I have come to visit you. Any charge must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses.
Y'all see that? You got an accusation about somebody, it need to be supported with some witnesses. He said at least 2 to 3. What happened?
To those who kata in the past, and to the rest I say beforehand, while absent the same thing I said when I was with you the second time.
Yes.
If I come again, I will not spare you.
What happened?
Since you are looking for proof of the Mashiach speaking in me. He is not weak in dealing with you, but he is powerful among you.
Yes.
For although he was executed on a stake in weakness, now he kai by Elohim power.
See that? So he started talking about, you know, I talked about before how his bodily presence was contemptible. He talked about it being weak. That's how they took him, and they put him up on the tube. He was weak. He had stripped him. Kind of like Shamshun when she cut his hair. They took his clothes, everything, had him in front of everybody. They had stripped him. He was weak. Hello? Similar to what you were through the law. He told you how the law was weak. Because the law couldn't keep you from committing kata. Kata. The law was weak. Y'all didn't know that? Man, the law didn't stop nobody from committing no kata. I don't care what penalty you put on. That stuff don't stop nobody. You put death penalty on stuff, people still do the same crime for death. That stuff don't bother nobody. No. Man, you get 30 years, you get caught doing that. You ain't gonna believe they still do it because the law weak. So he looked at, I gotta come in, I gotta convict the mind. I gotta get the mind. I gotta get us an understanding so you won't commit it. So you gotta see your life as valuable. No, think about what type of person are you that it don't matter. It don't matter. See, people don't realize that we all deal with an illness. People don't. You got to get people what they care about themselves. When you care about yourself, there's certain things you just don't do. That's the purpose, I believe, of Elohim coming and giving the word, to get a man where he really care about himself. According to Cup, he said he that will kai, he that would a hard kai and would see good yamin. He said then let him eschew evil and do too. But he realized something. That man had to have a love for it. He had to have a heart. He had to have a connection, an affectionate connection to it in order for him to do it. Everybody can't do this. And it's simply because of how you value yourself, how you look at yourself. I mean, at one time, I didn't value myself that way. I didn't realize it. I mean, not from the Ruach end. I didn't see myself as a person that could be saved. I saw myself as a person that could party. A person that could drink, a person could smoke, a person could shack up, a person that could commit adultery, a person could lie, a person could steal, a person do, I mean, all that's just something I knew how to do. You know what I'm saying? I did it well when I did it. So I didn't value myself. Salvation it was far from me. So it wasn't something I was seeking. When he told you I was found in them that wasn't looking for me, he was talking about me. I wasn't looking for him. I was looking for the next victim. I was looking for the next big sale. I wasn't looking for him. But he allowed enough things to happen to where, you know, I became interested. I became inquisitive. I started to consider. You know, let things start crumbling around me. You see enough things happen, or people that were near to you, and you start to consider when things happen, people you know, and you start looking and thinking how that happened, and you're in the same business. That could happen to you. It could happen to me. And you start to consider, you realize then let you get right there when things you barely, narrowly escape something, you realize you can't do that too many more times. You got to do your numbers. You know what I'm saying? You do your numbers, you do your averages. You can't do that. You can't do that too many more times. It's got to be you next time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It just kept working enough. You realize it almost forced your hand to realize, do your numbers, son. Look at what you're doing. You're a numbers man. It don't mess up. It's going to be you next. You got to be. Other people gone, which means, listen, it's pointing right at you. So, you know, you had to start considering. I appreciate that. Because had things gone in the way, I'd still been, I'd probably been dead. I don't think I had that kind of time. I'd have been dead. I've been dead, messed up, gone. So I appreciate that. So now, guys, we get an opportunity to really sit down and try to make sure we understand some things. Make sure we get it right and understand why you're doing it. I mean, the fear is good. You need fear. Fear, he told you, what was fear? Beginning, that's where it starts at. But then, you know, you grow to get an affection attached with it. So I have an affection for him. I have affection for being with him, that desire. You know what I'm saying, to be with him? All these things are part of the reasoning or the rationale of why I don't do things. You know what I'm saying? Why I keep myself from certain things. Because I know that's going to infringe upon the affection. The connection I have is going to wind up impeding upon my opportunity to be with him. So knowing these things, I had to consider. And that's what you got to be able to do. So, you know, when you're sitting down and you read it, you're trying to make sure you really understand it. You know, and I really look at trying to understand it from the way they saw it. I really try to understand it from, I want to know how you said it and what you meant when you said it, because I want to make sure I get that same feel, because Abraham, Yatsakot, Yaakov, Daoud, different people he made his berith with, they had an understanding about what he wanted them to do. And based upon that, this man established something that's still standing today. How many of y'all looked outside and seen a bow? They call it a rainbow. From what they write, they just say bow in the James. I hadn't looked at what it is. How many of y'all seen it? How many of y'all think Newark seen it? I'm talking about the one you seen. How many of y'all seen more than one bow, rainbow? How many of y'all say you probably seen maybe 10? Did Newark see any at all? What that tell you that a man will keep something even after you're gone? You know, it's something like people say, like kids, you tell them to do something, they do it in your face. When you gone, they won't do it. Newark been gone. There's nobody to pull him. You know what? He said, I just don't go back on my word. I just won't go back on my word. And I put it there for everybody to know that what I told you, I'm still keeping it. You said, he been gone, though. At that point, you don't owe him nothing. That's been thousands of years. You don't owe him anything. I gave him my word. So in knowing that, that gives me a better confidence about when I die, is it over whatever he's going to give to me or whatever the agreement we have? He said, no, I still keep it. He said, I still keep it. He said, just how I just keep my word. Because people depending on me to keep my word. And that makes me look at the type of personality. Because I was telling Austin about this guy, I did something before I helped him. And I really kind of detest the person. Because I said, he's just a liar. I told him he's just a liar. I said, I know his kids know he's just a liar, just a rotten liar. I said, the man has no shame. Then I told him, they just irritate him. I said, they're not that. I said, I just detest him. Because he got boys, too. I said, I know they know his dad. Their dad is just a liar. Just a liar. I say, I just detest that joke. He don't even care. Imagery. I'm telling you, I say imagery. The image you portray in front of him and what you, not that he should be doing behind their back, but you setting a standard for them. And all you doing is building more liars. Just deceitful. He can't keep his word for nothing. He think he's just that honest. You're like, you just a lying bastard. But anyway, that's another story. And I appreciate what Mr. Yahuwah puts out in front of us and what he portrays, because it's important for, especially for, you know, unashamed men that have a mind that want to do the right thing. If there's anybody you want to mark him. He definitely set a standard where he can be counted on. He definitely set a standard on he won't fail you, nor will he forsake you. And with people will do that to you. With him, he won't do it. And I appreciate that, you know, really give me, because it builds a confidence for me toward him. At the same time, it builds something in me to want to follow and pattern that behavior, to be somebody that keep your word, to be somebody that don't falter and don't waver, you know what I'm saying? And you want to be the same like him. He remained the same. Today, that's not important. Unfortunately, men are so at a rarity, and it's such a shortage of them, not the physical structure of them, just the real characteristic of being a man. I mean, almost anything a man. It makes sense for a woman to say she's a man. It really does. It just makes sense. Because let's just be honest, who can find one? When Solomon was here, he said he couldn't find one, and he searched through 1,000. He said, I can't find one out of 1,000. He couldn't find them. Because he started, you know, you can say, that's crazy. All those men, Yashral had that. He's talking about somebody, he said, I'm talking about somebody upright. I can find the physical structure. I just can't find nobody want to be upright. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at what he was looking for. Because he said, you probably could if you looked at it the way you said, well, I really can't judge what a man is. I ain't really what I need to be. So ain't all these men? He said, for me, he said, I know what a man should be because I made him. And I know when I made one, I know what a man should be. So when I said Yahushua, where y'all think Yahushua was patterned from? Less than? It's crazy. He's been given the same ideals, the same operation as Adam. Because I let him have. I let him have. And I put everything subject to him. Even so, that's why when they were sitting on the ship, why do you think he made the Kadeem stop? They said even the Kadeem and the wave, the Yom was even subject to him. So what they tell you, they said that? What else? Had to obey him? Dominion. Okay. If they say even, there's no limit to this man's ability. They say even the wind. That makes so they ain't saying, man, the wind obeying. They're saying this is the only thing really we've basically caught. They say even, if the statement is, they're saying it's no end or limits to this man's authority. He had to give this to this man. The same way he gave to Adam, he gave it to man. Man relinquished. Don't y'all know Adam relinquished his authority? We relinquish our authority, man. Every man is responsible. Ain't no white man, black man. Yeah, every one of us relinquished it. That's why we overflooded. These homosexual men, these homosexual kids, these homosexual women, these women out of order, these gangs, these drugs, these fentanyl, everything on the street, this is a man problem. That's a man problem. Because the man supposed to set the order. That's just bottom line. Ain't nobody's fault. We don't need no women to fix this. This is our fault. This is all ours. This is our fault. This is a man's fault. It's a man problem. Because every man ahead of himself, he going to leave alone. Ain't his business. Stay out of other folks' business. Leave other stuff alone. Look where we at now. We can't do nothing with the kids. We can't do nothing with the women. We can't do nothing. We can't do nothing with each other. We can't even have a conversation with each other without it's going to be a gun blaze. We can't stop another man and say, can I talk to you for a minute, young man? Can I just talk with you for a second and tell you something? And then, as the time comes, an old man stop. My dad always taught me that. He tell me, he said, if an old person tell you something, he said, you better listen. He didn't play that stuff. He taught me that. He was strong. He tell me, he said, old folks tell you something, shut your mouth. You better listen. So if an old person stopped and told you something, in your head, you said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You couldn't just say, No, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You had to listen. Because they're telling you something. So you listen. And you had to listen. The day these kids ain't taught, they kill. Oh! They only have to look at you. That's how far we gone. And look at our society. You can't keep it up at that point. You got to stop it. At some point, we got to stop it. We got to start to adjust things and make changes with it. It's needed for us to take a young man, set a young man down, and teach a young man how a young man should conduct himself. Take a young girl and teach her how to conduct herself. She matured into a woman. Well, we done let her play straight from the door. She ain't know nothing about no kitchen cleaning up. She's straight off in her education, then she's straight out in the world, and she finna be a wife. This is a terrible idea. Because now she don't have any idea. She hadn't gone through the steps to realize what it takes to be a wife. Now she waits, she done married 15, 30 years, and now she want to play crazy and go on Oprah Winfrey. She want to go on a vegetarian show. Oprah come out there, she ain't no time. Oprah, what they around some powder, them glazed and shit? No, this Vagisil. Now, where we was at? That episode, she trying to wipe the, they think she had one of them cream filled donuts. She like, no, this Vagisil. So this is where we at. I mean, think about it. And then with a man, we'll get him and you'll fuss at him and holler at him and think that make him a man. That don't make him a man by fussing and hollering. A man got to be shown. No more he fussed and hollered at Don. He taught him. A man, you just can't be no man over time. A terrible man is a man that raised himself. It's terrible. It's terrible because you don't have anything to pitch it against. Well, Adon, he'd have never left that in his hand to try to raise himself. I got to teach you. I got to instruct you. I got to show you. You don't know how to do this. Just, let me get it. I got it. It's like a little kid try to grab some big kid. You say, stop it. Let me get it. No. And then they drop it. You looking like, I said, you know it better. Why let you grab it? No. No, you can't handle that. So you got to be able to teach them. You got to show them. You got to groom them into. Everybody, we got to be groomed in these positions. Why, okay, when he got the Charlotte kid, why he just didn't send him on out there and let him go? Start preaching. Because I got to teach you. You got to be learned. You got to be shown. You got to be instructed. You got to be taught. Everybody got to be taught. That's why he told you in the Naveen. He said it's written in the Naveen. They all got to be taught of me. He said everybody got to be taught of me. That's why it's so much indifference when it come down with religion and how people view things and what people do. I was at a meeting, and I mean, it's sad. I mean, this woman, man now, and both of them old, about crippled. She was the apostle and he was the bishop. I just looked and I said, I really need to slap him across the head. And like, you don't even see that it's sad. It's old. Your wife is the leader. She's the apostle and you're the bishop. And in their mind, they think they're super. I'm like, y'all just look ridiculous. Y'all look ridiculous. There's no way you can run your house. Because first thing she going to pull on you, I guarantee she lying to the women, oh, yeah, I obey my husband. Then, you know, she'll pull on him as soon as she get married, right? I'm talking in the order of God. Now, you talking about God, apostle. And God, oh, then when she want to go do what she want to do, then it's apostle going to do it. I already know how that scam works. I know how that scam works. I've seen them, woman the bishop, husband to the elder. It's all a scam. Because nobody set a standard. See, if people set a standard, people wouldn't accept it. They wouldn't get away with it. Let me tell you, why people know people don't accept it, they're not doing it. People get away with it because people accept. You cut it off and they know it's not accepted. People realize, I can't do it. They ain't going to go along with it. Nobody going to go along. But think about that. Everybody go along with everything now. Nobody don't say that. Two women laying up there, arm wrapped around each other. We'll go. I don't want my wife to sit beside me and go out. Get your behind the other side of the table, I can see you. They all hugged up in here and everything. Man, I'm going to throw that arm out. What y'all doing? Say, pull it out right now. Try to bite her with it. Ain't no teeth in that thing, girl. Stop it. You can't hurt nothing. Put it in my hand. They told the guy, put it in my hand. You ain't got no teeth in that thing. Stop it. I ain't saying I'm just talking to the guy, not talking about the guy I told you to put it in the hand. But no, good way ain't got no teeth in that thing. You can't just bite my mom with it. No, good way ain't no teeth in that thing. Stop it. But see, you're embarrassed and put them down there. Get a woman, bring one, say, I'm a man, that's a woman. This is how we do it. Piss them off. They get mad, say, y'all don't listen. Y'all pick me out. You really just sad. I just want to tell you, see, you got to get the people conscious and get away with them and conscious realize, all you doing is hurting yourself, beating yourself up. You know you got to tell yourself a lie to do what you're doing. They ain't fooling me. You got to tell yourself a lie. I got to tell myself no lie. I'm a man. I know I'm made for a woman. Am I supposed to be with a woman? Am I supposed to be with a man? I'm struggling. These people so stupid. You think I believe these people lie? They shouldn't, listen, should none of these killers be sent to prison? No serial raper, because they can't, God made them like that. All this a thought of mine. I don't see how you can lock them up. God made them like that. I don't know how to work. How the homosexuals get away with it, but they can't get away with it. The raper, all them come and say, that's what God put that in me. That's how I did. This ain't me. This God put this in me. I'm supposed to be a raper. See, you got to embarrass, make a fool out of them. They'll be hollering, that don't make sense. Say, that's what we're trying to tell you. Then you say it makes sense. These are choices. So we're going to send them to prison. Although they're saying God made them, like we're going to send them to prison because it's wrong. You see, you got to embarrass her. You can't let no sister come up with their own logic. What kind of logic a sister going to give me? What kind of logic a sister going to give me? I'm not going to let no sister give me no logic. You stop it. How you going to get logic? You got doodle on your pickle. That makes no sense. How many of y'all done had a pickle before? I'm talking to pickle in the bottom. Not that pickle. I'm talking the pickle that come in the jar. How many of y'all got that pickle and stuck it in some doodle? Because that's nasty. I didn't know that stuff nasty. These guys, I ain't never ate no pickle before. I'm talking about the one at the store, the cucumber pickle, not the other one now. Try to help them out a little bit. These folks, you got to let folks know it's nasty. You ain't got to kill them. You kill them with intelligence. So you got to let them know what you stand for. I'm going to erase all them crosswalks. Get all that junk out of there. We're not going to make no crosswalk. Homosexual hell. Get your behind through there and just shove and get to her. All you supposed to do is get to the other side of the street. All that junk going to get somebody hit. You're going to be trying to read and caught the thing doesn't change. Bam, get you killed. It's that stupid. Why you right in the middle of a crosswalk? All my life, all we did, wait, cross, go. No, something need to be wrote in him. Something that I can read while I'm crossing. Just stupid. It just stuff with it. Don't care what. Remember when Sarah text Bryce the other day? According to Bryce. Huh? It's all about competing for what you believe. What that man doing? Well, that's the truth. We got to fix this society, y'all. This is terrible. It is terrible. It's bad that you can't say something straight or something positive. They want you to go along with something wrong. And I say everybody with some sense shouldn't go for it. I ain't going with no stuff now. I'm not calling no woman no apostle. It ain't happening. You can forget it. We're not doing it. How you doing, ma'am? I'm not calling no one. They tell me, man, they'll fight. That's why I don't work for them. I'm not calling no woman, no man. It ain't happening. Do you have this job? I'm not going to do it. I ain't going to settle. I'm just, no, I ain't doing it. Ain't that right? That's it. About the most you got me is human. And you doing that, say you ain't even human. You're an animal.
That's right.
So you're an animal.
That's right.
That is, man. Like society just gone crazy. And that's why we got to get discipline back and get people back so we can function. The whole world is unraveling. Ain't nobody looking at the world is unraveling. And I'm like, what are people thinking? Cyclones. Walking through here, I mean, that man, he done went through Mozambique, done killed about 300-something people. They trying to dig people out the mud. Do y'all hear me? This man is ripping across this place. He ain't hitting one place, he hitting numerous places and moving. What man doing? He in the same problem. I encourage every man to stump, be a man. We need more men. I don't agree with that stuff. They punking all these countries out to get them this money. That's faggot money. So your economy can go. I take no faggot money, man. No. You know, that's faggot money, man. Try to give me no money, trying to pay your bill. You got to let me be a sissy. No, I ain't going to do that because you going to tie my hands in it, so I ain't going to do that. And a sissy tie your hand. That thing you can do, you can get a pillow in your mouth. Yes, sir, you can be biting a pillow. They're going to be calling you a pillow biter. You're a carpet muncher. You got to talk to them intelligent like that. They got to shame them. That's why I keep these kids straight. Y'all hear me? Where my young ladies at? Let me see y'all hand. Raise your hand. Any of y'all got a man? Any of y'all feel like it's a man trying to get out of you? I'm going to take that rod and beat you right now and get that man out you. Get this man out of you tonight. We can't have that. It's a proper way to do things. Society let folk cross over and do this stuff. That don't change the Debar Elohim. Romans 3:3 right quick. Appreciate our brother Ark Wright sent us some money. He sent $5 to 2 mics on the mind too. And I appreciate him too. Man. Appreciate those that support 2 mics in my mind. I had to put over there. What them new words he done come up with? Legislative racism. Man, just made up stuff. Pulmonary racism. I said, man, man, the wife on credit. It be some nigga that just get some medical terminology, start putting stuff in there. Systemic racism. I said, systemic? That's a medical terminology. They throw so much stuff out here, we'll be saying stuff, and white folk just be laughing at you. They be laughing. Because, see, we'll speak, and I've been getting, you speak so much out of your anger, you don't really think about how really to be expressive enough that you get them to understand what you're trying to get across. A lot of our fight we've been saying things, but it hasn't been with enough clarity and understanding to them to realize where their injustice has been. Because, I mean, when you hurt, you speak from your hurt. A lot of times rationality don't really set in. But you got to remember, you're dealing with a people that's been a victim for so long, you're going to have to bear with us on certain things. We just look for whatever. If I piss you off bad now, you just, whatever word come up, you're going to use it. And that's what's happened, and we haven't been able to really been expressive enough to where it's clarity, where they understand the situation. And then we have to get them involved to where we can get a solution. I'm a person, I don't mind talking, but we need to come up with a solution. It's kind of like, for some of you, you start to do better, then you fall back off. Then you start to be, you fall back. So you need a solution. I've been there. You start, you fall off because you don't have a solution. So if it's not a real concrete plan, what else you gonna do? I mean, it's just till the right situation come up. People say, I'm scared, I'm gonna do it again, I'm scared. I've been there before. You need a concrete solution so you don't go back. Hello? Listen, Why wouldn't they go back to Mizraim when they came out? Where had they been for 430 years? Anytime something come up, what's going to come to your mind? Any problem situation, any discouragement, any emotional crash. Go back to what you know. Why you think you fornicate, commit adultery, jacking off, whatever it is that you do? That's what you know. That's what you've been doing longer than anything. So that's why he had destroyed. He said, you won't see it anymore because I'm going to get rid of it. See, he was already giving us a premise on trying to get a man or woman to where you can not go back to what you used to do. I just got to get rid of it. That's the same thing too. You got to get rid of it. Hello? All right, let's look at this. This is Romans 3:3. I'm going to say that 13, same book. Romans 13, 11, 12, 13. See 13, 11, 12, 13, 14. See 13, 15. Romans. last verse. Well, that's what we're going to get. How about that? Listen.
If some of them were not amunah, so what? Does their non-amunah counsels Elohim amunah? Shamayim forbid. Elohim would be amat, even
this one
if.
says Shamayim forbid?
Yes, sir.
I think in the King James it said God forbid.
That's right.
Okay. He said Shamayim. Okay. Listen. And the only reason why that would make sense because remember when he even talked about not swearing by his, you know, because you got to remember, all this had to scroll up, roll right back up if he can't do what he said. Y'all know that? Everything got to roll back up like a scroll. And the reason they knew that because that's what the Sefer was. It was a scroll. A Bible is a book. They let that scroll, you know, that thing roll up. He said, that's what I'm going to do with this. He says, the whole thing going to roll up like a scroll. They dealt with it. They knew what a scroll did. When they came here early English writer, that's how they had it. It was scrolls. A lot of their writing was in scrolls. So as he knew it, they'll roll back up. He said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll this whole thing right back up. So he put it based upon that. He said, no, it don't make no difference other people don't believe it or not. It don't change the fact that what Elohim did in his stability. This is what happened. He said, do what?
Elohim would be amat, even if everyone were a kazab.
See that? Don't make no difference. Everybody tell I, man, I don't know nobody tell the truth. He said, ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's right.
They should be telling it. He said, because he the amat. So we're trying to work on fixing our credibility with Elohim and with ourselves. I'm just dumb enough to believe that if we radiate the right energy, that some things would change. And how many of y'all think? Hey, how many of y'all have seen a difference with speaking to people and doing different with your energy? And you know what you realize? At first, it was like, man, you can't trust nobody. You got to have this energy you put out. You wind up pulling them type of people.
True.
That you give a person the opportunity to be the personality. You speak to people, they realize, oh, they spoke to me. I got to speak to them. And you know they realize that wasn't so bad. I ain't got time to be speaking about it. It don't take long. And you don't know the very person you speak to, you can fall out right there and that person say, you know what, that person spoke to me, I'm going to help them out. But since you closed on speaking, you just walk by, you know what I'm saying, I don't give a blank about you anyway. Good for you. It happened for a reason. See, we don't have a reason to feel like we obligated to care about one another. It don't matter about a person raised, it actually matters about we all human. And we all human, we all play a part, and we all support one another in a sense. Y'all got it? Okay. Well, people play a part of your life and everything you do every day. Every day. So look at that Romans right quick, 13 and 15, 14. 13, 14 Romans, same book. I just want y'all to see that people don't believe. We know now, earlier in the writer, he was talking about this whole thing being committed to the Yahudim. He talked about it because to them was committed the lively oracles. And that's only simply because the word is life. You know what I'm saying? The writings. So it's lively because that's the same thing that Adam got in the gun. Mm-hmm. Remember the day that you eat of that ox, what was going to happen? Mm-hmm. So what kind of oracles were those he got? Right. They were lively. So when he went against them, what did he do? Move. No, that's it. You die. What you think happened to us? See, it's life if you take it. Got it? Behaviors you do are against like Kazab, trying to, like some of y'all try to flim flam and scam me. I just don't bust y'all something. Some of y'all, I just let y'all keep going. I said, because apparently you feel good about what you're doing. And I don't know why, because you ain't getting away with that. It ain't even about me seeing you. So just to let y'all know, I see you, but it's this dumb idea you have that I don't see you, and you still keep going. I said, oh, that's where you at then. Until he break you and you realize, I see you. I already seen you. So he'll let you keep going and you ready to stop playing. You got to be one of the places where you ready to stop playing. He had to drive you to you so tired, you so disgusted, you so tired of going backwards, you so tired of losing, you so tired of being behind. You just said, man, it ain't even worth it. You start adding up, you say, I'm already in the hole. I don't need no more debt. You know what I'm saying? But it's like some people just gotta, I'm gonna keep trying to sneak my way, still try to sneak my way. You ain't ready to let your ways go, and them ways will hurt you bad. It hurt you bad. No, it just do right. Everybody, it just do right. It's to your benefit. Otherwise, it's gonna be till you hurt, cause they're gonna catch you. It ain't me now. 13 and this 13. I call for 14. I see 13. 14 as well. Okay. Okay, we're going 13. Go ahead.
Let us, Kai, properly, as do in the daytime.
Thus he told you he wants you to live properly, as people do in the daytime. Not doing what?
Not partying and getting drunk.
Typically people dead. This is what happened on that Ukal Shabur, remember? They told him these men were full of new wine. He said these men are not drunk and ye suppose seen in his butt. Nobody drinks in the daytime. See, that was an ordinance they had. They like nobody drinks in the daytime. It don't make sense they would have been drunk at 9 o'clock in the morning. But it seemed though it was because of the speech. They figured they were drunk. And now he's trying to tell you how we had to live. We had to live properly as in the daytime. So in the daytime, it's certain behavior that's exemplified in the day versus in the layla. Not partying. Who have a party? I'm gonna have a party. I got a party at 8 o'clock in the morning. Before I be like, man, I ain't coming to no party. I don't care what you got. No, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to sleep, nigga. Have it later. People want the light, a party, a light, you put the lights in the house, but you want the dark outside. Because it's a behavior that goes with it. It induces a behavior. So that's why I started. The fact they're telling you this, look, getting drunk, not
engaging in sexual immorality
and
other excesses,
not
quarreling
and
being jealous.
Oh, jealous nigga. Go ahead.
Instead, clothe yourselves with the Adon Yahushua, the Mashiach.
And do what?
Don't waste your time thinking about how to provide for the kata desires of your old nature.
So what he's trying to tell you to do, in order for you to get away from that, then we got to change some things. Now, what he's telling you about, he using clothing, so you understand about doing what? In order to put on clothes, typically what you have to do? Take off some, or if you're just naked, strip. You will put on clothes. You don't typically put clothes on top of clothes. Some of y'all do. Y'all wear shirts on top of shirts. Some of y'all just wear 3 Izod shirts on top of each other. But that's your mental state. That really says something about your mental state. I would never put on 2 T-shirts the same. I would never do that. It never made no sense. I seen people do that. They'll put on a T-shirt. I'm talking about a crew neck T-shirt and a T-shirt like that. I couldn't do it. It just feels just retarded. That's me though. So now he's telling them about what he needs them to do. Now they're going to clothe themselves to do that, and don't waste your time thinking about how to provide for the sinful desires of the old nature. So this is what you're doing. Since you're putting this on, you need to get rid of this uniform. You need to get rid of trying to even go back to even try to keep this stuff. But in the King James Version, it tells you it don't make provisions for the flesh. So a lot of things you do, you put a lot of things in a perspective in order for you to do it. I can't commit adultery by myself. I got to get with somebody that will do it with me. Or I fornicate. I got to get somebody to do it with. So what? I'm going to have to go to them, call them, text them, meet them somewhere. So these are provisions. So when I put on Yahushua and I start to clothe myself with this, then I can't make that provision. I got to get rid of these different things because it's going to put me back at the old nature. Hello? You got to discard it, get rid of it. So when the thing come up, don't put yourself in that situation. I got a drinking problem. I'm not finna go to no liquor store. I ain't going to no bar. It's too easy for me to fall back and just get a little one. Just shoot, you can't make no provision. I stay away from it. And that's right, because I put myself where it's easy for it to happen. You know things tempt you, don't do it. Listen, I watch movies. Them folks not done. I don't watch that stuff. I really don't. I turn from it because there's no way to watch it and not have it in your mind. You folks be telling me, I'm all right. Of course you think you're all right. You're gay. That's the only way it makes sense. I know what you're trying to tell yourself. I'm not gay, and the only reason I told that because he let me tell you. Tell them again, they're gay. That don't make sense. I'm not watching no man hump on no woman. Tell them, oh, ain't nothing in my mind. I'm blocking it. This is homosexual. So I just don't put it. I wait till they get through. I get through. I hear them breathing. I turn back over and look, man. Y'all stop breathing after a while. Then I just continue to moving. It go too long, so I know he acting now. There's just too much acting. This TV set, they're supposed to bend over. All you gotta do is just throw the sun up so lucky been all night. Don't keep dragging, they know, oh, that nigga, I'm trying to get a nigga turn back here and look. You hear the music stop. So let me just check and stay tuned. I think they about there, and the movie an hour and 45 minutes, and the sex scene 2 hours and 15 minutes. Just don't look at it. Or at least turn the volume down. But no, you know what I'm saying? You got to just start looking at things you have to do because you're not trying to put yourself back in a compromising situation. A lot of times people keep playing. Well, they undercover. You ain't stupid. You what you think undercover doing? Yeah, I just know I'm not interested. I just go ahead. I'm going to do that and I come on move on. I ain't got time to move. I just don't put myself in that situation. I do like Dawood said. I don't want to set no wicked thing, no roasted thing before my eyes. Hello? And see, some of the stuff they do was too evil. Too evil. Write that down. T-O-T-O-A-Y. That's the A, which is a smaller A. B-A-H. Then go to idolatry or disgusting. Too evil. Okay. So this is what they're trying to tell you. So that you start looking at the old nature. It's too disgusting. So you don't want to make provision for it. You don't want to put it where it can come back up. And that's what you got to start looking at. Listen, you start talking about growing, it's certain things you got to get rid of. Now, some of y'all try to keep your baby shoes. I don't know why you can't wear it. Nigga, 108 years old with a baby shoe riding around on the window. I don't have time, but I don't have things scuffing up my windshield. I don't have none of my kids' shoes. I'm not interested in y'all's shoes. I have no reason to have their shoes hanging on my windshield. They old. I was wearing 40. They man kick my damn windshield out. I ain't got time to fool around on stuff like that, man. Man, leave them damn shoes alone, man. It's certain things that. How about y'all grew? You got rid of the clothes that didn't fit. How many of y'all did that? Threw away clothes that didn't fit or gave them away? Why? So you can't wear them. What that mean? Come on, little big man. I don't have a need for them. That's why you get rid of it. Guess what? That's why you get rid of them behavior. I don't have a need for them. Think about why did you get those clothes you gave away that you can wear? How many of y'all went back to get them? I'm just trying back on. See, why? I'm just curious. Why not? Because your mind was made up when you got rid of them, you were done with it. It didn't matter if you seen them on with it, you were done with it. You gave away, that's past. How is it you can't give up the old behaviors? See, he showed you can do it if you want. You said, because this is skewed at you. I see other people doing it. Don't you? How many of y'all done gave away some clothes that you can't wear no more, you got rid of, and you don't see other folk with it? That means you went and got it back then, right? So he showed, so that's what you're saying you're doing. I'm going to get that behavior back. This don't make sense, y'all? Oh, let me put it on. Something disgusting, an abhorrence, idolatry, an idol. So these are the things, somebody taking a picture, they're taking a picture, they'll put in the whole thread for those that don't write it down. But these are the things that we're trying to consider when we're doing things. You see how he showed us naturally how he condemned us something? He said, well, I seen other people when I stopped and other people doing, that's what made me do it. He said, you done gave away stuff before and you didn't go back and get it. And you seen people with it. So how you pick back, because we pick and choose, he tried to show us you can do it if you really condition yourself to realize there's a necessity why you're doing it. Your life attached to what you're doing, folks. And I don't think y'all guys really embody that in your mind on how important it is. I don't do what I don't do because my life attached to it. I can't get that back. I can throw it away and get out here, and I can't get that back. There's nothing out here for me to throw it away, and I can't get that back. I can't do it. It's just it don't make sense. Then everything I desire is just done. I can't afford it. I can't get back. That's my fear. I can't get back. I don't want to know. Someone's like, I believe you can get back, preacher. I guarantee you'll find out for I will. On your own, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just not interested. Nobody in here mess up, make me say, well, let me go and try to get mine on out. I don't have an agreement with him. I don't have no agreement with him on go ahead, I'll take you back. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. That's just not my mindset. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that. It's too hard. For those of y'all that had to go through or going through trying to battle mistakes and trying to recover, that's a real tight end situation. Because you desire him to do something that he said, I ain't doing. So it's something he'll grant it to, it's something he just won't do it. And you think I can afford to find out, am I one of them people? I can't afford it. I can't afford it. It's too easy for him to cut me off. He's like, I would do too much damage. You know what I'm saying? It come out that the good news would be blamed. See, certain people, I'm just not interested. I'm sure some nice drawers. There's some nice panties out there too. I ain't gonna lie. There's probably some out there. And there's probably some booties. Well, probably some got sugar sprinkle. I ain't gonna find out about it. I just ain't interested. Cause I might not make it back. He might not take me back. I got a strong feeling. I ain't no Mike. He ain't gonna take me back. I ain't interested. I don't want to play with that Mike. He ain't gonna take me back. So I don't want to mess around. It's just too much damage to be done. Too many folk been counting on. There's too many folk that go and take that. You know what they're saying? Man, I don't believe nothing. And that man gonna hold me accountable for that stuff. Y'all don't really, that's on them preachers. They ain't on you. That's your mouth talking. I ain't interested. These folk, they want this. There's a lot of folk. They want me out there though. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. That girl said, I get through my vagina, give you a standing ovation. I'm not interested. Not interested. I just ain't interested. I can't afford it. I might make it. The man ain't gonna take me back. I can't afford it. It's just I can't afford it. Y'all understand that? Y'all had to get him out. See, this is what y'all gotta stop doing. Stop telling yourself that you just gonna work real hard to get back. You can work hard you want to. That man stuff not take you back. That's scary for me. I'm just telling about me. That's scary for me. That man gonna take me back. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I did enough stuff in my life. I did enough stuff in ignorance. Did enough stuff in intelligence. I don't want to take that chance. I don't. I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. It's just some stuff I just can't afford to do it. It ain't worth it to me. I gotta weigh the whole thing down. You know what I'm saying? Folks say, yeah, it'll hurt me to see y'all look at me that way, but what really hurt me is knowing I gotta go to Sheol. Cause after I get through having that little fun, that girl get that 2 minutes, and she done went on to glory. She be in Sheol later, but she got that glory now. She glory the 2 minutes, but as far as you going now. Then we got to go sit in Sheol. That's serious for forever and ever. It ain't worth it. Y'all just got to just do the math. Just weigh the math. I just can't afford it. I can't afford it. I ain't no, it's a fit. I ain't gonna tell a lot. I don't believe I have no 50-50 at all. I believe do it and you're done. Now when I get through that and I gotta keep living, say give me another 30 years, 40 years, be going through my mind. I'm throwing it all away. And I'm just living till that man get back here to send me to Sheol. That'll kill me. With everything I gotta get him realize he's just living till I get back here. Just like he told me they want to know what was gonna happen to Yukanon when he laid his head on Yahushua's breast. And Cub said, and what's going to happen to that man? He said, if I will leave terror till I come, what does that got to do with you? That man met around letting me live straight till he get back here. And let me live every day looking at, you ain't getting back. I'm not taking you back. And I'll be sitting around here asking the man, just take me on now. Just go and let me die till I get there. That man said, no, I'll make you live and suffer. I'm going to let you sit here and you have to live. You have to deal with it for the rest of your life. And I'm coming right back for you. When I get back here, I'm sending you straight to Sheol. I'm going to make you suffer mentally. You're going to be a wreck. You ain't going to never get no peace. You ain't going to never get no ease. And I'm sending you straight to Sheol when I get back. I can't afford that. That's why I'm mad. That just means, now, this means, whenever y'all mess up, whatever y'all do, I allow for he give y'all another chance. They ain't mean, I never tell him, well, I don't get another. That ain't the deal I got with him. See, I was hired to do a service. My service is to try to make sure I can do all I can to get people in. And I owe that simply because I screwed up. He gave me this opportunity. It ain't fair to stick you with the same thing I'm stuck with. That's just the deal I got with him. If I can't do it, you can't get in. You can't get back. I never went to him and said, just hypothetically say, oh, Dexter got it on. He done got healed. That had nothing to do with me and my agreement. My agreement is to work, to make sure every one of y'all get this thing right and get it back in. And no excuses. No excuses. Y'all hear that? I just make sure. So that's my end. I mean, that's it. And I'll be honest, I'm good with it. I ain't complaining about one time. I'm good with it. He been more than fair with me. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do, I go mess up. Man, you wrong. That ain't right. Wow. Seriously? How many times I got to mess up out here? How many times? How many times I linger? How many times I lied? How many times I procrastinated? And I'm going to come on and I'm going to go do something and know what the deal is, holler. Man, that ain't even right. That ain't even fair. More than fair. I'm good with my agreement. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I can't get back in. I'm good with my agreement. Not because I'm using for no quit now. I'm good with my agreement because I know the man been more than good than me.
That's right. That's right.
I don't be running around talking, oh, what I'm going to do? Oh, man, no, I ain't running around doing that. I know what I got to do. That's all I got to do. That's it. I don't wait it. What I'm going to do? A lot of y'all don't realize you can't keep playing with this man. Ain't that right? Remember right now I bust that nut? He said, that's two of them. He's like, no, they ain't but one. No, the one you busted, you the second one.
Yep. That's right.
You ain't getting in. I can't afford that. I just can't afford it. I run too hard. I gave up too much. I gave up too much, I suffered too much. I can't afford it. It ain't worth it. I'm just being honest. People, y'all just got to get in your mind what you're going to do. Am I going to tell you that's going to be it? Just get in your mind that no. You really got to do a lot of what they call soul searching. You really do. You got to look at, man, ain't nobody going to put up with you. Nobody has put up with you the way here. People put up with all of us because they know what kind of rotten niggas we were. White niggas, black niggas, Asian niggas, Hispanic niggas. I'm talking about the low down dirty one. I ain't talking about no king niggas. And that man will know. Think about how many of manipulated and cheated people before? How many of connived people before? How many have fooled people before? And that's why folks dealt with us. Guess who we never fooled? And he dealt with us. I owe him this. You dealt with me when you know what kind of nigga I was. I owe you that. Then let me know, I knew what kind of dirty nigga you was. I'm going to give you a chance to be something different. I owe the man that. I owe the man. All I did, it was because I manipulated people. You conned people to do stuff. And now you come along, somebody say, man, I know every con you got. That junk don't work. I take it, but you got to stop doing what you're doing. So he saw something in me better than I ain't seen it myself. I owe him this. So the agreement I got with him, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. If I fall away from it, I shouldn't get no repentance back. It don't make sense. Why would I? That's a conscious choice that I take, I do, that I just simply because I don't want to do this. And then that don't make sense. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? Everybody got AIDS. I had to tell somebody about somebody else. I hear myself. Somebody right there where you working at got AIDS. You ain't going to believe about it. Some folk that work in that same area, hot. Hot. You hear me? They hot. Y'all hear me? That mouth filthy. Listen, they offered it out to one of them. Said, you want to get you a sample? You ain't going to, listen, we ain't going to tell, listen, they offer it out. You want to get you a sample? I'll give you a sample. Do you not know? They don't know. How about I know? It's a guy right working there with him. He got AIDS. He already, hold on now. His last victim, she be dead. These dumb, that's why I tell folks, listen, they don't know, I know, and they offering samples. Y'all ain't gonna believe what county they in too. Michael Jackson had a song, he wanted to do something all night. Rock. You think about that. Listen, they offering it out. Y'all hear me? Listen, done offered it out. Straight, listen. You want a sample? To let them know I put it on you. Listen, they don't know that there's a guy work right in there with them. While they talking, he got full blown. Boy, when he get that sample. And how about, what if he already done got it? When they last victim already dead. See, that's why I tell folks, when you be playing, you don't have no idea when you running your mouth. They don't have no idea when you running your mouth and you playing. They'll sit right there around. They have, listen, offer it, listen. I know this. I know this. I got this from the folks. They let me know about it. I said, I got to tell somebody about this one. I said, oh, yeah, last victim already dead. And them women around there, they so dumb, they offering it. You want a sample? I give you a sample. But now, what you do when you don't know? Listen, Yahuwah put, they don't have no, listen, Mook sitting right there with them. And all that Joe got to say, I want to try it. Get him another one. Last one already dead. Well, I ain't going to say the last one. Come show you the only way he was hit. Yeah. One down. Well, I can't say that either. Another one bite the dust. Yeah. See, that's why I tell y'all, you be playing around. Y'all don't know. The man listen, y'all know why he'll keep him living? Because he already got somebody right there. He listen. While you running your mouth, I try to tell these people, man, y'all don't know nobody got, you look at, I did that stuff in the 80s, you tell them. I remember my cousin told me, he said, man, you know how you can tell if a girl got VD? I said, how? He said, get that wax in your ear. Yes, he said, touch her vagina. First of all, a woman see you doing public, of course she gonna jump. What you doing? He said, I told her, get out of here, ho, you got VD. Yeah, he told her, he said, how you do it? He said, you put the finger in your ear? He said, put the wax. He said, she jumped. Said she got VD. Nigga ain't cut a nail, got a claw. Nigga got an eagle claw. He done cut the monkey. He done cut the monkey. You know she gonna jump. But see how stupid he is? That stuff don't work for AIDS. But see, he always got something for stupid people. Because they always think they know something. See, you can look at me. I seen all kinds. I heard folks say the dumbest, stupidest stuff that send people out here on Wild Goose Chase. These people ain't gonna take, y'all ain't seen no commercial? They have 2 million kisses. And you can come, listen, you can still come up negative, and you have it. Y'all ain't been seeing a commercial. They'll show them nigga kissing, walking, couple, then they'll show a couple, 2 black guys, then 2 white guys, then interracial guys. Man, it's disgusting. I said it's disgusting. Disgusting. You get that Prime Video now, ain't number commercial. Every commercial just about got them homosexuals on it. They pushing that done stuff, trying to tell them folks, listen, let them know you can come up normal, you can fun, you can still have sex, you can still, listen here, man, these folks rolling. They release them on you. You playing around. I'm trying to tell y'all, God, that's why the one I go mess with, she'll be full blown. That's why I can't go, I already know mine full blown. Take all the tests, and the day, her don't show up till the day after the test. I'm not interested. Came out, I'm that kind of janky nigga. Come work with you up, janky. I ain't gonna work out. I ain't no good gonna come in for me. I ain't no use eating food. I'm just being there. Ain't no use of, y'all don't realize at some point you got, deficit. These folks have no idea. I know. They don't know. And you ain't gonna believe it. He ain't told nobody. He don't know I know. He don't know I know. Y'all ain't gonna believe it is. Y'all hungry. Anybody hungry? It's tight. Because I know y'all done ate there. He worked with food. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I ain't going to tell you well, because all you do is get nervous. All you do is get nervous. Ain't going to do like I said. Listen, ain't going to do but call problems. You've been making it long. Just do what you're supposed to do. He'll keep you. You'll think, because otherwise you're going to think you're going to start watching for yourself. You can't watch for yourself. He done told you, except you who will watch. He said, except I keep this city. Why y'all think, listen, all these places got military. Who y'all think keeping these cities?
Yes, sir.
The man told her that. He said, except I watch. He said, whoever looking, they watching in vain. Everybody watch, you can't see nothing. Listen, we're all blind. We're all blind. I know people. That's how I found out. I said, oh, yeah, it's going to go down, though. It's going to go like this. I said, that's tight right there. I said, I got to make a call. Yeah. And just so happened before I found out about these women and their mouth. I heard about these mouths. And these mouths have no idea. They sit here with a poison dangling in him. And you just running your mouth. Can you imagine that poison dangling just sitting here listening? And you think they often sample that poison dangling ain't jump crawl down? That I tell you, folks have no idea. You know, folks, I wonder how I got it. You serious? What you been doing? Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, I appreciate him for bringing me out. I just appreciate him bringing me out of that. I was reckless. I was dangerous. I was reckless. I always said, no. I was horny, hot, and reckless. You would spared my life. That's why I said I can't come. No. It don't make sense. You barely make it out. See, it's different when you made it out. I barely made it out. I'm good. I'm good. They can keep it. I ain't interested. That's interesting. They go ahead and keep it. Don't worry about it. They thought, oh, I know y'all preaching. You don't know nothing. Shut your mouth. Not interested. You be playing around. I'm telling you, that man he got a poison vagina too. See, that's why I say you be out here playing these folks. These folks not gonna tell you that. Don't y'all know these people hurt? You think about this. You've been given a disease that has a death sentence. Do you feel like that? How many of y'all feel like that'd be fair to you? All you were trying to do was have a little fun. How many of y'all got yourself? This fair. How many of y'all would look at this fair? You'll be pissed. You can't believe they did this to you. You can't believe they wrecked and messed your life up. Somebody else got to get this too. That's how it keeps spreading. And see, you'll take the chance with these people. And this what I love, the smart one. You start off using a condom. But we've been doing this long enough. I trust you. I trust you. We done did it 2 times. I trust. It's different before I ain't know you. This the 2nd time. We don't need no condom. I love them bundles. He said, yep, the love of dying. See, that's why you can't play around, man. Listen, it's dangerous out here with these folk, people. And you know what'll happen? Y'all hear this? It come get you before anybody else. Listen, everybody can lay with that woman and don't get it. You get it because you looked at it and winked. You try to explain how you did like that. AIDS done jumped in your eye. I'm just being honest with, listen, that's how jank I am. I'm janky. I'm like the white driving truck. Some gonna get tore up. How do you understand everything? How y'all understand everything? That man can tell if a parked truck cut off and he ain't even know. Truck parked, listen, there, tire just fall off. Listen, love nut come off by itself, bow tie fall. He said, you ain't gonna believe it. Yes, I will. No, I was just using that. But that's what, and I say that to all of us. So, like for me, I came through so much stuff. It's so much stuff, and it's scary because I didn't see it, I didn't know it, and then you get out, you realize, whoo, boy, I tell you the truth. You just realize that man was looking out for me, and I ain't even realize it. I told that girl one time finna bang her. Yes, sir, she was finna get banged. Yes, sir, she was. She was a little model too, a little pretty little thing too, boy. We was sitting out there talking, and she told me she was talking about Jim. She said her boyfriend went. I said, your boy? She said, Jim. I said, I don't know no Jim. She said, he wanna. I said, I don't know no Jim. I said, only Jim I know is a white boy named Jim. She said, that's him. I said, white boy Jim. I started thinking back in my mind. I said, that nigga gay. I said, that nigga, that was gay. Yeah, boy, you don't go with that stuff. He could have let me went right on that set pool. He could listen. You want it, you got it, Smith. Knock yourself out. And get that back flush. Trying to tell y'all, man, that's why, listen, me, Howard Reckless, on that conversation just popped up. Just popped up out of nowhere. She asked me, I don't know what we had no business talking about no school. Ain't got nothing to do about nothing what I'm trying to do. And popping in, she had to name that joker. I said, no, because all I'm thinking, niggas in my mind. I said, I don't know no nigga named Jimmy. I said, now who she talking? I said, no. I said, oh, I know I saw the white boy Jim. She said, that's him. I said, that nigga gay. I'm like, this nigga here was gay. Nope, can't get in that set pool. And he only let that come, they don't realize till later on, you think I'm smart, caught that, you ain't catching that, boy. I'll let you feel right in now. Spared you, and that's why I'm grateful. It ain't just about that. It's too many other things. It's way more than that. It's just stuff you start realizing, because I thought I was smart, I'm crafty, she looked clean. Oh, girl looked clean, she was mixed. You know mixed girls ain't got nothing. She ain't no soul around her mouth or nothing. Man, folks told me all kind of stuff. They said, you know how you can tell, I mess around with some white girls. They said, you can tell if they got it. They'll have soul, they'll have like bumps around their ankle. So I'll be looking at it. I'm telling you, this that stupid stuff. All right. Listen, this is stupid stuff that niggas in the street, anybody heard that? I'm telling you. They said, yeah, they said, look, they said around their ankle, they'll have like some little bumps around their ankle. So what I'm looking for, I want to see that ankle. See, clean. Foolishness. Whoever start this, when you'll tell you're dumb. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And I ain't just a teenager. When you doing wrong, he lets you be dumb. He lets you have your own stupid logic, and it makes sense to you because this how you been doing it, and you ain't never been caught, and it's been working for you. Just like when you're a criminal, you always have your own logic, and that's your detriment. Same thing he told Yasharal. Hey, bad on record, you have a zeal, but it ain't according to nada. Because you being ignorant of the He Sadiq, you going about to establish your own and have not submitted yourself. That's why he let us fall. At some point, you got to get in your head. That's why people think, oh, man, preacher's so smart. Preacher is a person it's not hard. Whatever decision I'm thinking about doing, just do the opposite. I'm finna sit down. Nope, stand up. I sit down, preacher gonna break, I'm gonna slam back and hit my head on now. Just, you know what I'm saying? I use that for an analogy. When you have made so many dumb, stupid mistakes, eventually you just say, I can't afford to make another stupid mistake. You gotta calculate, you gotta think. You just realize he let you see you have screwed your life up. Had he not come to me, I'd have been a dead man. I was so far out there. I ain't had no control, no this, nothing. And it's scary to realize, I didn't realize I was reckless. I was a detriment to myself. It ain't even really in my mind. I'm thinking, you doing it, nigga, you a retard. You playing with your life. I tell you, that's why my young people, that's why I talk to y'all so much. Yeah. I know they probably say, oh, when somebody, he said, you try to say, don't do this, but then you'll explain like it's fun. When you doing it, it's fun until you become a victim. That's right. That's right. It's always, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Oh man, I was looking at booties. I was feeling sad. No. None of that stuff. That's retarded. No. I wasn't doing that stuff. I wasn't crying. None of that foolishness. I was enjoying myself. I was having fun. I was living my life. And that man crashed it. Yes, sir. That man let everything crash. You realize, son, you're a dead man. This is where your life, my life got me to two places. You either finna die or you're going to prison the rest of your life. That was it. That was it. You're either going to die or you're going to prison the rest of your life. And wasn't nobody to talk to. All them friends, you try to talk, they couldn't understand that. None, nobody. Nobody understood. Nobody understand you. When that man start dealing with you and you start to really start assessing your life, there's nobody you can talk to out there. They don't know. All they do is just shove them, just sit there and just look like this nigga need to hurry and quit crying and leave that junk alone, because we trying to get high. This nigga ran out because that's where they mind at. When that man touch your life and you start seeing how many people have died right by you, all these things happening around you, and you realize your life folding, and you gotta be next. That's what bad. It ain't like it's between me and 20 more niggas. Everybody gone. I've narrowed this down like he did with Balaam. It's narrow, son. It's you next. I was stuck with what choice you gonna take. Then I looked at people who died. You had to consider, did he get them the same option? And they decide, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Don't y'all know, we'll be thinking it's just us. Y'all honestly believe this man ain't getting nobody else no opportunity? Nobody else? It's all what people choose to do. How much do you value your life? That you'll keep going and you know you headed to imminent danger. Why? Don't make sense. This don't make sense. But that's where you at. I see people quit with that. That way it's unfun. It's unfun. That's what you gonna do. That like me. I'm out. What I'm gonna do? I'm finna go gamble. When I'm gambling, I'm hitting, I'm winning. What? I'm gonna take this with me to the king. What am I gonna do with this? I know the truth. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go get this second wife, then this third one, and what I'm doing when I got it? What I'm thinking? Lord, gee, this is the best thing, and I appreciate you blessing me now. I see you. Am I gonna? If you can't lie to yourself when you know the truth, I know where I'm going. This other person is just a victim of my stupidity. And I'm going to have to pay for dragging them down. Don't you know it's dangerous when y'all do stuff? Because you know better. We don't get the same stuff we did before. We didn't know. This stuff I did, I didn't know. I didn't know. What you do when you know? I told you I had the opportunity to sleep with this girl. She had a nice body. Face was good. She had a decent face. I'd like to have been better. But I was thinking about then her face. I didn't need all her face anyway. But anyway. And she said, y'all want the truth or y'all want to lie? I didn't need all her face. But it wasn't ugly, but could have been better. But anyway. That girl said something, and she said, I want to learn about the Lord. Listen, I was smoking. All I was looking at, you a victim right now. And she said that thing, listen, I put that thing out. She said, I always want to know about the Lord. I put that thing out. I got her straight up, and I took her straight home. I ain't touch her. No, lost her number. I don't want to talk to you. I was like, I wasn't going to do that. Listen, and the part was, I was a dirty nigga. That girl told me that. She said, I don't know what made her. She said, I want to know about the Lord. I put that thing straight out. I said, I thought about that thing. I got her up and got her right on out of that room. I said, I wasn't going to play with that. I said, something I don't play with like that. Somebody asked me about it, and I was kind of getting myself together, but I'm still out here. You see what I'm saying? And she brought that up. That just struck her. I said, I wasn't finna take advantage of nobody. That's why I can't see that. And I just don't get that. That just got me. She said, I want to know about the Lord. Man, that thing went down. We ain't finna do nothing? No, I just felt like something happened to you when somebody trying to do right, and you will get them off like that because you that horny, that driven. I said, I wouldn't do it. I did. I know I would change. I said, one inch, I wasn't doing it. Listen, I ain't talk to her no more. I ain't want to talk to her no more. I said, that girl want to get right. Ain't no use of me fooling. I said, I wasn't finna do that to nobody. I said, She trying to do right. That girl said she want to know about the Lord. We done. I couldn't help it. I wasn't no preacher, no teacher, none of that. I ain't know that. And I wasn't finna be the person finna sign off and mess you up. I was done. I didn't want to smoke with you. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do that. I just don't. That's why I search stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. You got to pay for that stuff. You got to pay for that stuff, man. He talking about somebody call one of these little ones. He said, you call when the little one on the phone? He said, man, you had a millstone about your neck. You catch yourself in the deepest part of the yawn. He said, you'll turn around, you'll offend one there. I said, And I was a dirty nigga. That's what got me. I wasn't like, I was a good, like, I was a dirt, but I said, we ain't going nowhere with this one. This day here over with. Can't do it. So certain stuff at some point you gotta give yourself, man, you gotta consider your soul. You gotta consider your soul. That girl said she want to know about the Lord. I know, I want to know. I'm like, I don't want no preacher. Just say if I believe when someone person, come on, I'm gonna take it, show you about it. And me and her get naked. I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna do it thinking, wow, you manipulated me. You took this and you manipulated me. You gotta pay for this stuff. Man, y'all consider your ways. Consider your ways, you gotta pay. You gotta pay for what you're doing. That man told you, you gotta get rid of that old stuff. Stop wasting, listen, man, and don't waste. He said, listen, you ain't being productive, and don't waste time. That's all you're doing. You wasting time. Trying to see how you can get over, how you can get around. I be flat with y'all, and I try to tell y'all the truth, everybody. Because I've been that person. You don't want to be that person. Be somebody you can really look in the mirror. Don't have to glance in and go. You can look at yourself, and you know what you are. You know what you're made of. You know what you do. You know you got credibility. You know what you're willing to do. You know who you're serving. You're not veering off from that. Y'all got it? That's being honest. That's integrity. Integrity take you a long ways. I know some preachers don't like me. Another preacher told me, he said, I'm going to tell you something. He said, they told me, he said, I'm going to tell you something. He said, everybody know you, and everybody know you got integrity. They said they know you say what you mean, you don't bite your tongue. He said, all of them know it. He said, all of them know it. He said, they know you got integrity. He said, they know that. That's what I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, you got to live it to get it. Anyone y'all can build and do it. You ain't got to keep being that same person you used to be. That person don't do but drag you down. That person will hold you down. He'll never let you get right. He always make you feel greasy and grimy. You don't want to keep being that person. You start the day, you get up, you start moving, you start living to get away from that person. That's it. All you can do, get up, start living, getting away from that person. Getting as far as you can get away from that person by doing different than what that person do. So you want integrity. You want to have something, when you talk to that man, you got to say, I know I ain't got no bend over in my mouth. I'm the last person you want to hear from. You think I got time to be playing some stuff like that? I know you don't want to hear from me. Not my lying, cheating behind. Not my hypocrite behind. You can't get nowhere with that. They say at least you confessing. How about at least you want to get right so you ain't got to keep confessing and just start doing right? See, people just want always honor and repenting and confessing, but he wants you to get away from that. He said, I'd rather you don't confess. I'd rather you just do right. Confession was something you put that for because you're gone wrong. Now you can confess it and you get it out. I can do remission. But I'd rather you just went ahead and did right. Hello? It takes something. Start being that different person. You can make that, you can be that one person different that sparks somebody else, that gives somebody else that other energy or that idea or that incentive to start saying, I want integrity. I want to keep me in the last. I want to keep looking at me as a clown, as a fool, as a buffoon. I want people to see me and know that person got integrity. No, you can count it. If I tell you something, how many of y'all, if I tell you something, you'll take that to the bank? Yeah, they say. It take time to get that. It take time. People say, I want to be that. That don't come overnight. That don't come. It take time. People got to weather through and see that you keep what you say you're going to do. Y'all, you can do it. Your men, that man set us up in the image to be able to do it. Instead of being a failure. See, if we get more men, I'm talking about men, all races, we need everyone to stand and be men. And we take our proper role, we can fix this place. When the gun got chaotic, I don't know if I use chaotic if it ties to chaos, their word, but when the gun got to the extreme that it got to that he just removed it, all Adam had to do was just hold integrity. Yeah. All he had to do was hold integrity. And let her know she done it. So that's bad you did that. You made that decision. Yeah. But I can't move. Yeah. But let me say this now. It had to go the way it went. Right. For the sake that another man was going to come behind, he was going to have that same feeling. Can you imagine that? I know I'm throwing everything away. It is. Think about it. He knew, though. The thing is, he knew when she brought it to him, he knew, you messed up. You messed up. You messed up. And instead of him looking at, you know what, your behind need to be out there somewhere. You need to be out there struggling by yourself. You know what he did? He took it, he ate it too. I just didn't want you out there by yourself. I didn't want you out there by yourself. That's what Yahushua did for us. When we come and we start confessing, you know what he look at? You messed up, Dean. I knew you messed up. I didn't want you out there by yourself. I take the chastisement. I take it from him. Because he came and he didn't cut her down. He just want to know what happened. And she told him what happened. I'm just human. I failed. I thought I could handle it myself. And I got myself duped and I got tricked. For that on, he looked at, you just sat here, son, you throwed it all away. He looked at, you gave it to me. You gave it to me. I was trying not to lose him. That's what he did for us. Just so he could save us, he didn't want to lose. Just like Daoud said. He said one of them sheep got lost. What did he say he do? So if you go to get something lost, what state are you in? You out. I left the rest to come get you. Can you imagine somebody do that for us? And all he asked us to do, can you just stay with the fold now? I got your back. Stay with the fold. That's all I had to do. Listen, it's hard for something to come take out when you're in the fold. That's why I get on y'all about long gunmen. It's hard to get you when you're in the fold. You'll never see no predator jump in no running fold. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're going to rattle the fold, and they need something to break. They know, man, you'll get stampede. That's a death sentence. You will never see no predator run, jump in no, they're not finna run no stampede. They know, man, that thing gonna kill me. I'm gonna wait. I'll get them. I'll scare them and get them moving. I'm gonna wait for the one that's gonna break off that see their own way. That's the one I'm gonna get. I'm not jumping in that stampede. Stay with the fold. That man went out there and brought her back. Can you imagine the shepherd come out to get you, he get killed and you come back? How you think the rest of the fold looking at you? Had your stupid behind stayed with the fold, he'd have still been here. Went out to come get me and got himself killed. So how the rest of the fold looking at you? So that's how we got to start considering how important it is for us to maintain good works. How important for us to stay focused and know why you're here. Listen, you're going to still get financial struggle. You're going to still get things. And a lot of those things that you got to deal with, you battle with, I'm kind of talking tonight more. But you battle with because he got to get you past some obstacles. A lot of us feel like financial breakthroughs are our answer, and it's not. Not for every one of them. Because he show you, I still sustain you. Had you had that financial break you needed, you'd have spent it up doing what I'm doing. I put you out of the financial end, and I sustained you to try to show you I need you to focus on something else. I did that. I used to focus on, I looked at that financial blessing, and they called it, come in and hit it, what you can do and what you'll be able to do. You'll only be committed to more work. You'll get pulled into more stuff and more commitment. Then there's more you got to do in order to continue to try to maintain. So you got to be in a certain position, and when things come to you, you can handle it. So a lot of things people just not ready to handle because it'll pull them. Okay. He told them to charge them that are rich. And they be willing to do what? Communicate. Ready to distribute. Because after you get so much, you feel like you're doing it yourself. You got it. None of us got nothing. Everything we got, I learned to tell them, I appreciate the loan. I appreciate the loan. That's all it is. I told you before, just like Shamuel told, when he told the aim of, Ali, when he told the aim of Shamuel, he told the Yahuwah give you another one for the loan of this one. He realized he just loaned them to me. Everything you got just a loan. When you realize that, you learn how to take care, you learn how to appreciate what you got. Everything, your eyes, your hands, your feet, other things we look at, why I'm in this condition, why I'm in this condition. How well have you done with the loan? All of it, how well have you done with the loan that he give you? Then, let me guess, you want some more. You want some more responsibility. And we done piss poor terrible what he gave us. We hadn't done what he told us, what he got, and you ain't gonna believe it. If I had some more, though, it don't even make common sense. Hypothetically, AJ, I give him a bowl of cereal. He ain't barely touched them, made a mess out of it. He said, Papa, can I get a bigger bowl of cereal? Like, that don't make no sense, AJ. You hadn't ate the one you had. You made a mess out of them. That's common sense, us being human. Why would it make sense that Yahuwah are dumber than us? You haven't done good over what you got. Why would I give you more? I impress this point. I tell my kid, my wife all the time, I said, how well you do what you got? I said, a man look at some things when you ask for stuff. How well do you do with what you have? Why would I give you more? You're terrible at what you have. A lot of people don't realize that. Don't be asking this man, you can't keep what you got. That's why I take my time. I remember years ago, just a few of us did. I said, boy, and I get some people. Take something to work off me then. I did. I said, boy, you get some folks and man, take that work off and take that. Did I know y'all niggas put more work on me than I ever want to see? You start learning then. You said everything ain't what it cracked up to be. Because people come with responsibility. I like my job. In fact, I heart my job. People come with a lot of responsibility. All these personalities, all these different ideas. Everybody, then you got so many. Oh, y'all so different. I ain't got two of y'all alike. You know what it is? And it's just like kids. Not one of them, I got four of them. Not one of them alike. It's not one of them I can say you like. Nope. All totally different. All think differently. All do differently. All see things totally different. And that's what I learned with this. You will want, and then he trying to say, let this same mind. You looking at, I can't get 4 kids. Which one of your kids are like, Boston? Which one are similar? Yeah, like y'all about just alike. I'm saying it don't work. They can look like it. Y'all know it doesn't work. But then you think about you gotta get them and nurture them in a way and try to culture them in a way to where they can start to operate the same. And that's the goal of trying to get this amount of people. And then the other ones that not here that watching, get everybody on the same mindset or platform to start thinking a certain way so we can start getting more being productive, where things become like offering, become fruitful for us. But unfortunately, you have to wait on those that stagger, those that linger back, those that wait, those that want to fight the system, because some of y'all fight the system. Kids will do that too. They'll try to fight it because they'll have their own rationality behind why they're doing versus doing what you just told to do. Because it's a benefit, and like he tell you about the children. Who they supposed to? Shama, they supposed to obey? Parents. And why? What was the reason why? And what he said, because this is right. That's why he told you to do it. He said, because it's right. And then he told, that was the first amount. He said, I gave you, that was attached with a promise to it. He said that things might go. How was it supposed to go? Let me see. What were you for that one? Halam. How about it now? They'll spell it C-H-A-L-A-M. But I'm going to tell you how I would write it. H-A-L-A-M. Halam. 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 See, it makes sense if you look at why they have such an argument on the writing, because they'll have it as C-H, and they'll have it as C-H because they'll tell you it's the Kaf. But if you look at the Kaf actually looks like the H. That's why it's argumentative. It's and not the K. You don't K. The hawking is an H sound. You don't hawk with a C. You hawk with an A. Halam. You also say it when you say you dream. It also means to be in good health. It's not just dream. You can dream a good dream or you can dream a Rosha dream. And it's also good health. Yahuwah wants you to be halam. He wants you to be in good health. It's the root of your kalamuth. Which is they put up the definition. Oh, figure this. To bind. Do A, no, don't do the CH. Do the HALAM. Oh, it's got cause, dreamer, be in good liking, recover. That's one about. See if you do it HALAM. And we'll still probably root over. And that's our goal, to make sure we get this thing. Remember, he desired above all things that we be in. What was it? The heaven. And prosper, even as our nefesh prosper. So these are things, see, a lot of things we speak, they speak a thing for, like sometimes people say they have, how you usually sleep if you have a bad dream? How you wake up like, man, I feel relaxed, I had a bad, that dream makes it rough on how you like, oh, and what's bad, you know what you'll say? I didn't sleep good. But you had to be sleeping in order to dream. So you see how things play a part. A pleasant dream makes you feel better, even when you're awake. So you can see how a lot of things kind of play a part of how things operate for us and how we see things and how we visualize things, because we learned that teaching is not just something we script on a board, but it's also demonstration. So with those demonstration, it helps us to get a better understanding of what it is he's trying to illustrate. Y'all got it? And that's our goal, because if we don't get it, we keep staying stagnated. The way of y'all synagogue, I had to tell you, we've been in violation. You're in violation now. Because you guys still playing around. You're still doing the same thing. Your mind, you still trying to manipulate. In your mind, you think, no, I'm really not. Yes, you are. You're trying to manipulate the system. You can't manipulate the system. It's his system. The only thing you manipulate is yourself. It's just like he told you about, when you look in the mind, he told you, but be ye doers of the debar and not, what was it? Then he stopped, who he said to see? Yeah, I tricked you who at that time. He said, no, you deceived your own self. See that? Just like Ka'ua. Who did she deceive Yahuwah? No, she deceived her own self. When she said it, listen, she said the Nakash deceived her. She deceived her own self. He thought, you ain't fooled me one time, because I know what I told you. I already knew what the outcome was going to be. That's why it's so important for us to think before we react. We can't be so quick reactionary people, because we look at what's the consequences later. Bad decision got a long-term effect that you'll suffer with, and sometimes you don't get out of it. AIDS ain't the worst thing he can give you. This man can take everything from you, everything from around you, and then even won't even give you death. This man will make death escape you. You go to shoot yourself, and he'll make it where all you did was just paralyze yourself. Now you're on a straw, and I make you live like that forever. I make you live on a blow straw. And you can't, now, you couldn't possibly do it to yourself. And when you think you finna go, some nurse will run in there and say, I caught it just in time. You lucky today. Good thing I came in here, you would have died. And you thinking, I was trying to die. Yahuwah said, you won't get away from it. I'll make you suffer. That's why I say, you can't keep, for whatever reason I'm telling you, listen, for all of, you can't keep playing with this man. This man will put you in a situation you can cry. This man will put you where you can't cry. He'll put you in a situation where you can't cry. You just got to live this and suffer. And people in their mind be thinking, I'm okay. How you okay with a man you don't know how he going to do it to you? How you okay with a man you don't know when he coming? I can't get that. How am I okay? I'm good. Are you serious? How much can you take? You hit it down there. You can't take much. I can't take much. I can't be good. Because you don't know how he going to make you suffer. You don't know how long he going to make you suffer. Then you still got to deal with, that ain't all. I still got to spend the rest of eternity in Sheol. It ain't worth it. For every one of us, it's just time to consider, get it right. That's why we're trying to move to being more conscious, physically, as well as ruachni, because both of these two things are things we war with. You war with the flesh, and you war ruachni. So it only makes sense to get yourself skilled so you know how to get through the battle. Listen, Satan gonna battle you on every end. How you think he got cool? Spiritually and naturally. Was she spiritually hungry? Naturally hungry. And then she spiritually desired something. And he beat her. He'll beat you. You gotta learn how to combat. Yahushua showed. Why y'all think he sat for 40 days and he didn't eat? And he put this up longer than her. Said afterward, what he was. For the day, he was good. So, and that's why Satan didn't come day 37. Because he didn't get hungry till after 40. So why would I come on the 28th day? Don't make common sense with it. I'll come when you're hungry. And he tried to show you there was no reason for her to do it. I was hungry. I didn't do it. Because I considered my latter end. See, we had to see somebody do it. Because sometimes you'll feel like you're going to die. It's nobody, you just don't know the look. How? This is why he wrote this, so you don't quit, so you'll keep endurance, so you will consider your latter end. Every one of us. You making choices, consider your latter end. You can't, y'all have messed up with the fact that you know, I'm just going to come, I'm going to get up, I'm going to confess. I'm going to confess. Can I get my, I'm going to confess. I'm going to confess. I ain't been doing it right. Man saying like, who you think you fooling? Who you think you fooling? Because sometimes I'm going to get out so he'll go ahead and forgive me. Dang, where did the condition come? Right. See, we live on the rap end of thinking we can just give a confess it's over with. You still got to pay. Who told you he forgave you? Right. And now you got to work extra hard to try to get some, and you still got to wait to say if he give it to you. So that's why it don't make sense to add no more when I'm trying to get this one done. Now I compile some more. Now that's a difference. You know, even the judge, you get arrested. Kevin, you know anything about the law? I get locked up. Say I stole something. I ain't never been arrested before. First time. What they probably do for me? They probably send me to prison for 20 years. First time offender. Whew, that's a relief. Whew. They put me on probation or something, first offender. But then just say I commit that one and I'm waiting to go to court. I'm still waiting. And I go and I commit something else. They'll give me that first offender thing, you think? Why not? Because I ain't got, the first one ain't got nothing. This other one I got, maybe they'll put it together and then it'll be a first, like they do a packet. You can you do a packet like that, Dave? Like they do it because I'm waiting. I'm out on bond. Then I go get another one. I'm gonna get that first offender, and then I got caught again. You know, and I give them do a packet. They lock me up. I'm out on bond, and now I got arrested again. They probably give me another bond, so I. A lot of times that first bond be revoked. Cause looking at we ain't dealt with it. You managed to get in some more trouble while you on bond. A lot of times judges don't look favorable by getting on second bond. That don't make sense. That cause you irresponsible. I give you an opportunity to get out and get, you know, while you get a chance to come back and plead your case. Cause it could be an opportunity you could be innocent. But the fact you went and got yourself back in another one, we ain't never cleaned this one up. And lo and behold, you got a third case. And you want to see if it's a deal where you can put the 1, 2, 3 together and try to see further from the message. All these separate charges. I might run the time concurrent, but it's like we trying to deal one case. They're not going to look favorable. I know that from being arrested many times. How you going to keep messing up? And we still trying to fix the first case. So the case, the lawyer look at, I was going to plead and go in the first time. I can't use that now. Why not? I thought you done added more charges. That changed it. The judge is not going to look favorable toward it. So you're looking at, so y'all playing me now. We ain't never fixed this case, and you done got another case. That's amazing. And Yahuwah dumber than them. He just said, yeah, I just roll them all in one. He did that one time before. That's what Yahushua went up on the tube for. He just ran all of them together concurrent. Gave it all to one man. Sometimes they'll do that. Sometimes you'll have a group, and you get in there, you know what they'll tell you? Somebody need to plead and take that one. Let one man take it. That's what we did with Yahushua. Sometimes stuff look bad, man, all y'all sitting there with it. Such stuff you want to do. Such stuff like going to court, stuff like that, it is 3, 4, 5 of y'all, that look real bad. You want to do something separate. Don't look favorable to looking at y'all together. Y'all look like a gang or some type of group. That's how we deal with Yahushua. We ain't went to court. That's why he the defendant. We just him. That's how he wound up taking all the charges. We let one man take the charges. Now we can't do that no more. That man said, I ain't come back to take no more charge. Whatever y'all do now, it's on you. So that's the problem we got with stuff that we all do. Include me, everybody. He not taking them charges. I did the first time. So everybody got to get responsible and start considering where you at, which those at home too, out of town. Everybody use them excuses. What you can't do, you trying. Yeah, what I'm doing too. I ain't even trying. You ain't gonna believe it. I ain't even trying. You know, Satan called me. He said, man, I don't even bother you, man. You busy. I said, appreciate Satan. I called him Satan when he called me. I said, appreciate Satan. Yeah, we got it. He said, you ain't got you. I said, Satan, yeah, I ain't. I said, appreciate it. I keep moving. I don't battle now. I don't have nothing going on. Just chat me. He be like, well, you got to serve it tonight. I definitely ain't going to bother you tonight. Are y'all serious? What y'all think I do every day? I got to always battle war here, war in the flesh, other stuff you got to deal with, other things trying to come, other things trying to get done. Then I get everybody a problem. And so I should be able to use that to make it a reason for why I mess up. Because that don't have nothing to do with the job. Still got to maintain. Same thing everybody got to do. And we having this conversation so everybody get to the simple point of realizing where responsibility lies. If you care about your soul, if you care about where you spend eternity, then you really have to sit back. You got to make choices. You can talk about my old life come up and this come up. I mean, that's life. Everybody's life come up. At the end of the day, what you going to give into? What you going to give into? It's up to you. You don't just run up, cast it down. I kept my whole life. I been bought me some cocaine cut up, weighed it, and cooked it, and I be out on the streets slamming. I don't know if they buying that now. I had to go get some fentanyl. I don't know where to get that. I ain't going to Mexico. I'm just saying, we all got parents, we all got life. I mean, at the end of the day, what's more important? Me being saved or me trying to keep battling my old life? But now, cast it down. I mean, that's what I got to do, cast it down. That's what he told me to do. He told me cast it down. You can't let it linger. You can't let it stay. People act like it's something. Why be telling me to cast it down? Because it's going to come up. And when it come up, put it down. That's subjection. Put it down. But it keep coming up. You always got to keep doing. I put it down. Every time you come on, put you down. That's all I can do. Every time you come on, put you right back down to word. I can't give room. You can't leave this open. You can't leave this open. This will rationalize something. It'll make it good. One time. Ain't no one time. You don't put that thing on one time. That pill get in that pill get in, get a dang around that pickle juice. That pill get in, bump around that. You know, good way on me one time. Stop it. Take the head. Y'all how these folks bust out laughing because you don't heard that lie. You don't use it. You don't heard that lie. You don't use that lie. Yeah. Let's be honest. We don't know them in there. We on con. Come on, listen, y'all. Conning is what you do when you commit kata. Let's just be practical. Let's be honest, so you can fix it. All that start there, you be like, I was serious. No, you listen. You playing with something you don't have control of. You can't control kata. That's why he don't want you to play. It's not something you can't pull it out and put it back. It's kata. When it comes out to do what it do. It comes out to destroy. This is what's used to get you away so he can turn around where the Torah comes in to be a life giver to you like Ka'ur, now it comes to you as a death sentence. The Torah gave them the life in the gun. Made everything pari, fruitful. Once they opened up the invitation for Qatar to come in, then it became destruction to them. They had to watch everything being runs. And he had to spend the rest of his day out there doing what? Sweating. Scuffling. He didn't get out to come on back. Come on back in. I'm going to give you another show. You're done. Cut you off. That's why you consider that in every rim file of learning. Where I get all these opportunities at? When he get to go back and peek in that gate? He said, man, you stick your, I'm going to cut your darn head off your shoulder. You better not stick your head. You ain't coming nowhere back here. I'm keeping you out of here. That's why when you look at our situation, it's scary how many times we made mistakes and that man still take us back. If you were at dawn, how would you look it up? How you feel about us? I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. Especially you get them tough. I I'd be like, Palmer, that would handle my $30,000. All y'all jokers sitting up here. Man, that right, man. It just ain't kind of like that. I gotta be sweating all the time or something like that. Be talking. But I'm saying, like, that's the truth. How you think he would look at us if he heard us confessing? He be like, this ain't your first time? That man, like, I only messed up one time. You can go back and look in the Sephora. And the man cast me out forever. And you got time to keep going. Somebody got to pay for that. We got to pay for that. That's why you got to start thinking. I know y'all tired. I'm tired. But I really wanted to nail into our stupid, dumb, just brainless bonehead. Quit playing with this man. This man will kill you. It ain't worth it. And they make decisions. We got to get these young people. They got to start seeing something they can follow. We got to start. If they didn't, all of them ain't gonna do it. My goal is for everyone y'all to follow it. And my goal is for every y'all to align yourself to it and stay with it and let that man be a baraka to you. You don't want to get up here. You might think, I want to have a testimony. You might have one, and you might have something else, and you might have testimony and evidence. Having a big giant warts on you behind. You know that right? Maybe around your head gone, took the head out, you round out, you the headless horseman, then laid it in the wrong girl, they got to cut the head off. You ain't got but a couple of wires sticking out of them. All right? They got some stuff out there, they call y'all your friend, the headless horseman. Get out here and get the fooling around now, I'm trying to tell you. That man got something for you out here now. It be funny to everybody but you. That man got something for everybody. See, it's going to get tighter for y'all than for us. He going to raise them up until the dark going to do what he said do now. Well, listen, make no mistake. We ain't going to stop nothing the man won't done. So you have to consider yourself when you talk with your kid. You do what he said. You got to talk to him about it. I don't even care. How many of y'all kids be honest? Y'all inquisitive about sex? Okay, y'all going to start around and tell these lies? Yeah, come on. Where y'all at? Nobody don't want to know nothing about sex. Remember somebody, old mama over there. I'm telling Ryan to write a book on it. He said he got to go to Walmart. You don't want to know nothing about sex. Boy, you ain't got a hairline. You know good well you want to know about sex. Yeah, show him. Y'all don't want to know nothing about sex. Not really. Look at that booty. Yeah. It's natural. They at an age, the body matures scientifically. You know what I'm saying? Your body start maturing, start changing, so kids get inquisitive. We just want to get the right information, so don't get here and you get in the wrong experiment. Next thing you know, you get in the one where your belly swell. And you can wind up getting AIDS and a baby. And that's a double whammy. You got to sit there, you got to raise up a baby that's being born and brought in the world with AIDS. And that kid got to get one day and want to ask you, Mama, how I get AIDS? Well, baby, I was hoeing. I was out there ignorant. And now you messed up the rest of your life. You get a baby that ain't got but one lung or something because you done made some stupid decision. You get some kid defect because you done got here and you don't play it around. It's just too many ways that man can reward you. That's why you have to be real careful about what you're doing. Consider, see, for a lot of people don't realize you got to be grateful. That man made baby, he just hand people baby. That's your baby. You then tell him, bring my baby, see your baby. You come and tell you your baby can't see you though. You're like, why not? They just knew. No, your baby blind. And you know he look at you, who'll say, you were blind. You didn't see me when I was trying to get your attention. So I gave you a seed to what you. A lot of us, we play around. You don't realize that man got too many ways to get you back. Y'all young people don't think it ain't. Keep living. You'll have kids if he lets you. You don't know how that man come back and reward you. So you get an opportunity to get this thing right. Get yourself up. What is it? What the hell like? Man, how your hairline be? Hair be eating his forehead up. I ain't never seen what hair eat your forehead up. Well, you got teeth in your hair. That thing that his forehead ain't even down no more. It just ate it up. Well, you be all right. Like Ryan said, hopefully. Hopefully, but no. But seriously, y'all young people, I know y'all inquisitive stuff you want to know. I see you don't woke up for a minute. Put your glasses on, Joker. So look around, all of a sudden now you can see like that fool quiz about sick. A blind self. Yeah, that right. Man, 2 steps behind Ray Charles. So listen, I need y'all young people, focus yourselves. Don't make the mistakes I made. I ain't gonna say the mistakes that other people made. Other people are different on what they tell you. You can make some bad decisions. You can mess the rest of your life up out here. You can end your whole life, especially for my daughters, my Banu. Y'all don't realize you don't want to get yourself out here and stuck out here like that. You want to be able to get somebody and be with somebody that'll harm you, that you'll harm. Somebody that got the mind and want to do the right thing. Somebody gonna be there with you through the thick and the thin. Somebody gonna care about you. Somebody can be a role model. Somebody can be an example. Somebody can be a help. Somebody can be a nurturer, a carer for you, and you can live your life on that. You don't want to get stuck out here and just get something. Because something out here, you got to grab what you can. No, this ain't no swap meet. Y'all young men, you want to be somebody, you grow up, you be an example to your kids and who will see fitting that you have them. And you learn, you made some mistakes, you don't have to keep making the same mistake. You don't have to be a follower of a crowd. You can create your own way by using your head, start looking. This is the best time for y'all to call him, remember him in your youth. He said, for the roast of your men come. I don't care if you do right, it's some evil day coming. It's to your benefit to do right. Because then you'll get more productivity out of them. When you're doing wrong and you mess around and you get old, you still got to pay for what you've done. Oh, we still paying for what we've done. Yeah, I might think it's okay now, but he lets you keep living and you keep making mistakes. That's just more you got to pay for. Y'all got it? So you get your heads on, do the right thing. Now take your time. I know y'all got questions. You can come and talk to me. You don't feel like you can talk to your parents. How many of y'all want to come talk to me privately? No, Michelle, I want to talk to you. You want to talk to him? All right. No, boss, I don't want to talk to you. Too old. But no, I want to be able to help them. Y'all, do the parents have any problem? They got any questions? They have me. Yeah, y'all know I tell them the truth. Y'all know that. They know that, don't it? So I care about you. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I want you messed up. I want you to know the truth. I want y'all to get some other man get you. He teach you with your clothes off. So a woman get you and mess you up and screw you up and mess your whole life for. There's a lot of stuff floating around. Sex, it take a part of you. I told you that's a part of you. You don't want to, you are interlocking yourself in with people. It's more than what we thought. You're taking on behaviors when you start dealing with people. You're going to get yourself caught up with people and you're going to get yourself messed up out here. You want to be able to give yourself, be beautiful, you can give yourself to one woman, give yourself to one man. Save yourself. That'd be a baraka for you to do that. Now, I wasn't able to do it, but I appreciate Miss Yahuwah, though. But once I got with mine, though, that's the only one I've been with over 28 years. And she happy. And she said I slap piss out of her. I slap her happy. Ain't that right? I work hard to get them 2 minutes up. But that like she appreciated it, too. I had to dig down in the ditch to get them 2 minutes. Don't play with me now. I'll hurt you. I ain't always been in the synagogue. But no, I just want to, and I want us all to do right. That's all. Everybody consider, go home and y'all to sit, meditate, think on it, get your head together. All of it, because we in for the fight of our life. Listen, this is the truth. This man going to let these storms, eventually they got to come our way. Where you at? Let's be honest with y'all. Any one of y'all answer. Where you think you think you'll still be with Yahuwah if we had 3 earthquakes right here and everything tore down? I want you to be honest with yourself. And you got to deal with 11,000 aftershocks and you sitting outside, you can't be in your house. Then you got a flood come right behind it. Every one of us ain't going to be with him. That's a lot to family. You think because you looking at TV, you out here. I'm talking about you physically, literally going through that. You going through one day, you had a life. The morning you wake up, everything is torn down, destroyed, and you can't get nothing. You living outside now. You went from living in a house to in a tent. In a line waiting, you outside, got to use the bathroom. You had toilets in your house, several toilets. Upstairs and downstairs, 2, 3 toilets. And you don't went to now, you outside, you got to use the bathroom. And the ground shaking. 11,000. You know how to count 11,000? How long did it take you to count 11,000? Can you imagine putting that in your mind, that thing just constantly shaking? And it's got to keep reminding you of what you think. Oh, it's just a tremor. You're thinking, it's finna happen again? It's happening again, it's happening again. Then you get another hit. And it's still shaking, it's still shaking. Then you get another hit. And now you got a flood. They got disease coming behind that flood. You know that, right? Oh, there's disease coming behind that flood. Once they get through, those animals, everything die out there, that's disease. That water going to be affected. Mr. Yahuwah talking. Y'all don't think he coming here? Where you at? I'm trying to tell you, where you at? Let's see. You're unstable. You ain't true to him. You indecisive. And where you think you're going to be when this happens? It can be right to your fall. That's why he told you you better take heed how you building. Are you digging deep? Y'all ain't gonna believe it till it happens. They're gonna try everybody. He said this thing gonna come, they're gonna try the whole of rights. It ain't just them, all of us gotta be tried. Everybody been running their mouth. Everybody called on some Elohim, some superior being. He said, I gotta try everybody. We gotta get tried. How's you gonna really know you gonna stand? They're going to show the people going to stand and people going to fall away. He said the day won't come unless there be a great falling away. That's the way it's going to come. Right now, like folk coming trying to get in. He said, no, it's going to be a great falling away. So I got to make sure it don't be me. I'm going to make sure it don't be you. Y'all got it? Yeah, I'm telling you, I know, we tired, we get it going. What you going to be when that storm comes? What you going to be when that storm comes? He asked you, when you see all these things being dissolved, he said, what manner of person are you to be in all manner of conversation? That's going to be tight. It's easy to say we do now because it ain't shaking yet. But he coming. They sang a song years ago, there's a storm out on the ocean. I'm sorry, on the sea, and it's moving this way. If your soul not anchored in Yahushua, you're going to surely drift away. Better consider. That's two.